Welcome, everybody, to the third series of the day. I'm Capitalist, joined by Blitz. We're going to be taking over for OD, Pixel, and Fogged, as they're going to take a well-deserving break. We're going to be on for the rest of the day. So you're not going to want to watch any other stream but this one. Don't even watch the
or
the
you're going to want to
multicast.
watch every other stream but this one.
No.
5 seconds.
Don't listen to William. He's a Debbie Downer.
Am I, though? Am I loud enough this time? I'm gonna try
It
to be
sounds
louder.
like it. You
Yeah?
sound good.
Okay.
You sound good.
Let's go.
OG versus IG.
Turn to ban.
Did you hear Machines? He's like, he did some sort of intro. He's like, OG versus VGJ LMNOP or something like that. I thought it was a little cute.
That's good. That's good.
OG has been doing really well lately. Like, they started off quite bad in their group results,
Dude, they're 4-6 now.
but they are now 4-6. I think they just had to face against some tough teams to start with.
So just to give people context, OG had to play against
10
LGD,
seconds
which they
remaining.
won.
Yeah.
Then they had to play against Liquid, which they got 2-0'd.
5
But
seconds
it was a
remaining.
close series. Like, at least game 1 was. Then they had to play against, who was it? They played one more team? Am I going crazy here? So they played Liquid, and then day 2 they played, to start, they played EG, who's
Yeah.
just been looking
Invictus
insane.
Gaming's turn
So
to
then
pick.
they got their hard games out of the way. They had to play Liquid, EG, and LGD, the top 3 teams. They went 1-4
Yep.
or 1-5, and then
And
since
everybody
then,
was like,
they're
the
they're
sky was
garbage.
falling. Like, OG's the worst team ever. Blah, blah, blah.
Then
But
Joe Mineski,
Yep.
and then they won 1 split with Fnatic, another team that I think looks very good.
Yes.
Yes.
So they've been doing really well for themselves. Might just be able to get themselves in the upper bracket, actually, with the score that they have. If they can 2-0 IG,
Dude, it's not hard at all for them.
no.
They are not far at all.
The groups are very close.
If they just had one more win, they'd have the same amount of wins as LGD, a team they split with.
And VGJ Thunder.
Yeah. I just feel like people should always calm down when it comes to the initial groups.
Yes.
Everyone overreacts. After like 4 games, you have to calm. You have to see how things go. Things can churn. I thought that VG Gaming was the worst team I've ever seen in my life, and all of a sudden they're 5-7.
Uh-huh.
Like that. And Optic started the day.
I thought
0-2.
Mineski was going to own, and that they picked support sniper. So
They did. Now they're 4-8.
now they're 4-8.
I will say that a lot of teams said that Mineski was going to be a threat here,
Yeah.
and they are getting just crushed by everybody.
Do you think some of that is nerves?
10 seconds remaining.
I think it might just be that they're just going a little bit
5
too crazy.
seconds remaining.
Like I feel like when I watch, for example, when I watch Serenity play, sometimes I'm like, man, Serenity is actually kind of legit. And other times I'm like, man, Serenity is the worst team here. Because they just don't want to play normal Dota. Sometimes you have to play normal Dota.
Right.
Like the games where if you see their drafts and they pick normal stuff, they get like Lina mid and stuff, and they just pick a bunch of stuns. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Then they just decide, you know what's a good idea? Let's complicate things. Like wild card, you know, they just pick Ricky Wraith King offlane, where the Ricky is the carry.
Yes.
Like, why do you do that to yourself?
Why? What's going on?
Like Serenity, come on.
There is good experimentation. There's bad experimentation at every single TI.
I just mean, like, what exactly are you experimenting? Like, what is the end goal here with doing stuff like that?
Do you think it's also a benefit that OG played what turned out to be some of the best teams in the group stage in the very first day?
I think so, because
You get to learn
it
from
lowers,
them?
Yeah, it lowers the expectations too.
Okay.
It just kind of calms you down. I feel like the fans, they have to, like, you got to ride or die with your squad.
Yeah.
You know, if your team looks dumpster, send them that's when you send them support. Not make 100 hate threads about how you hate Seb.
What if you were already a hater before? Like, do you ride and die on their hate even as they become successful?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, haters
Yeah.
sell tickets too.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this draft because it is kind of interesting. We have the Wisp first pick. OG are going to get both of the counters.
Yes.
They get the Silencer, who now because of the channeling of the relocate, Silencer can just straight up cancel that as soon as he hears the relocate going off with Global Silence. And then they counter the Gyrocopter with what is... They're expecting the Gyrocopter, right? Because it's the pair.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's running with Gyro. So they pick up Morphling preemptively against Gyro because no one likes giving away Flat Cannon to a Morphling.
I kind of feel like IG's a little tilted. Did you see their series against Vici? They
no,
called
I didn't.
GG pretty early.
Really?
And there was a Roshan disaster, which was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
10 seconds
Like
remaining.
some crazy stuff happened.
5
Everything
seconds
it was a
remaining.
disaster. Everything's just gone wrong.
What do you think about IG? I've seen so XXS. I've been hearing good things about him at this
He just
tournament.
plays AUK every game.
Yeah, I mean, that guy was really bad before as
Yeah,
a
he was.
mid player. He was much better in that off lane position, and then he apparently has been doing a lot better in this tournament. But it feels like Bobica still doesn't really have his place.
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Like he's playing support Pugna and stuff, and it just doesn't quite
5
work.
seconds
I just feel like
remaining.
there's not a lot of synergy in this lineup.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's just too many things missing when it comes to cohesion. Like I feel like aggressive is just like, man, screw these guys. Sometimes you can just kind of tell when players are checked out. It's like when I watch PGG play anything for longer than like 5 minutes. I knew that guy was done.
God damn. That is a shot going back into time.
Dude, that guy, I've never seen that dude again.
I think he was at a TI like 2 or 3 years ago. Not as a player. He was talent.
I see.
I remember because I met him at the airport. We were all flying from Amsterdam to Seattle.
Yeah.
And it was at the time that we were getting business class flights.
Ah.
To pick.
And I just see him, and the first thing he says, "We drink?"
Dude, that guy had some real problems.
That guy can drink. Whether or not he should so much, it's a question for someone else to answer. Lashrak and Necrophos going to be banned away by OG. We're going to have IG taking away the Earthshaker as well as the Invoker. Thompson Invoker. Thompson has looked not great in the series that we've seen from OG.
5 seconds remaining.
What was weird is when I read Reddit threads, because obviously we can't just we just can't watch all the games.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch the games that we cast, and then we work the full AA, and there's just not enough time. You get to maybe see 1 or 2 extra series. So I haven't seen any OG games. All I know is that in the game that I played, everyone was flaming Seb and calling him garbage, and he won them that series against Mineski.
Yeah.
Like hard. I know people like to ignore that fact, but he won them that series against Mineski. And Thompson was like 0-6-0 in that game.
Thompson was an anchor around Seb's neck, and he still.
Yeah, Seb owned that game. Like wins like that matter. They matter so much.
Yes.
Those individual wins, because that should have been a win for Mineski, and then all of a sudden you're looking at OG that are 3-7. They are right ahead of Winstrike.
Yeah, literally that one, we would be changing our storyline if they were 3-7.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be talking about OG doing pretty well for themselves the last couple days. We'd be saying OG's just not looking great.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like people, because Seb is the easiest person to target,
Yes.
because he's outspoken, right?
Yes.
It's like everybody is waiting right
mean-
now for Sumail to fail.
Yes.
Like everybody.
Everybody's holding their breath.
You can't say anything now, but as soon as they'll say, "I told you so."
Oh, the king's back, huh?
Yeah, the king's back.
Back to the airport.
Exactly. all the outspoken players like PPD and stuff like that, you're gonna get shit for what you say. But
Yeah.
I feel like he's been playing pretty well at this tournament, and people have to kind of give him a little bit more credit than they are. I didn't see any threads about him owning as Nature's Prophet.
No.
Individual wins matter so much at this TI. Where was the love for that? He literally was the reason they picked up one of their 4 wins.
OG's turn to pick.
OG's going to pick up the Dark Willow. IG respond with Rubik. Why is Rubik good here?
Rubik? I think he's not terrible against Morph, actually, because you get good bursts, like the lift into nuke.
Okay.
You can always steal Morph waveform. Like, everything of Morphs, for the most part, is pretty useful
10
to steal.
seconds
I mean, I think the aura is pretty good against Morph and Dark Willow.
Yeah.
Defensive and then offensive when you're trying to blow up the Morph lane.
Invictus
It's also, you
Okay.
need a disable support that can play 5.
Yeah.
I think Rubik fits that mold perfectly.
Mm.
So OG's going to go for their Centaur again because it wasn't enough for them to lose with it twice.
Oh yeah, that was part of the thread, right? When people were talking about like how arrogant Sebastian is, and they were like,
He forced them to pick
he's
Centaur,
forcing
shouldn't he?
Anna into Centaur when clearly he's the 3 position and shouldn't be playing it. Like, guys, that is not how
They're really people
that
are
is
really
not how
reaching.
teams work.
Yeah, people are really reaching. You guys think that Seb is just like Anna, you're playing Centaur, and he's like,
I mean, if they had that
"Damn it."
storyline about Puppy, I understand. But come on, like, is Seb really threatening anybody into playing certain heroes?
No, it's just like the thing is when you dislike somebody, it's like you double down on it. It's
yeah.
just, it's
Every
whatever.
little thing becomes their fault.
Man, I really like both squads though. I kind of wish
Wait,
that
what?
IG was better.
Okay.
Like the
I was like, you like
organization-
IG? Why?
The organization is cool.
Okay.
Like they want a TI.
Yes.
They've got Bobica, who I really like as a player. Aggressive was the carry. He set
Yes.
a meta.
Yes.
You know, we talk about like in the NBA, you've got like people that changed the era, like the way that the game is played.
Mhm.
You had like Steph Curry, and now everyone shoots threes and shit.
What about Q?
That is what Aggressive did.
Uh-huh.
He
Okay.
changed the way that carries played Dota.
What about Q?
Q? What about Q?
I mean, that's the guy that I feel for the most when IG is suffering.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I feel for Aggressive.
Huh.
Because he had like the
5
biggest
seconds remaining.
fall, I guess, is the way that I would describe it. It was like, this guy was regarded as the tier 1 carrier of tier 1 carriers. Everyone was looking at his replays. I remember that. During
That's
the
a core player talking
Yeah,
right there,
I was-
by the
I
way.
was just like-
That's why he doesn't feel
It was a
for
Frankfurt
Q.
major. Bulba was just showing everything that Aggressive was doing to Arteezy.
Yeah.
There's like the person that he decided to check on.
Turn to bat.
Anyways, we've got Alina. Because I guess all the Chinese mids are just playing Lina.
Need something to blow up the Morphling, right?
Yeah. I think it plays fast too, which is very important against heroes like Silencer. And it's a natural Yule's builder, which is good against Silencer, but I actually think is quite bad against Dark Willow. Yule's builders, because you just get killed right
You
after.
just get brambled immediately. Yeah.
It's that, I think that
10
part is kind of rough.
seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Um,
You can also Yules off the E as well, though.
5
The Dark
seconds
Crown,
remaining.
whatever it's called.
That's what Sumel said when I was at the EG house. He said Yule's
Yeah.
builders against Dark Willow feel really bad.
Yeah.
He thinks that it's like a trap, that you think it's good, but it's actually quite garbage. Because what you really want, Austin,
I mean, there's a reason the Dark Willow goes, it's like core, every single Dark Willow goes Yules 1st, right? So,
what you want is a
Yeah.
BKB.
well, Lina's still a BKB builder.
Turn to pick.
Lina will eventually get BKB.
OG's turn to pick.
Who was it? It was Armel or something?
Oh! I saw Axe was not one of the picked heroes of
Oh,
this
really?
tournament. But I think that was yesterday. I'm not sure if he still was.
Well, Axe is one of those weird heroes because he was very broken like 2 patches ago for a second.
Yes.
When you could just do Axe Skywrath and run at people.
Yeah.
But nowadays, everyone's
10
better equipped to deal with it, and the heroes that he would dual lane with are a lot weaker.
5
Like, you no
seconds
longer
remaining.
have, what is it, Skywrath in the meta. Crystal Maiden just pairs well with other heroes better.
Mm-hmm.
I think that hero is a little bit interesting.
Axe was one of the unplayed heroes.
That's an SRF hero.
Still, so.
That's a Pugna. That's a Topson Pugna.
Oh, and that is a counter to the Axe.
Indeed it is.
And Netherward against Lina doesn't feel good.
So for people that don't understand, you just can't attack Axe.
Yeah, you just decrepify the Axe. Maybe you decrepify the ally who's being called. Just depends on the situation. But then it's also, he's a stationary target that allows you just to be able to life drain.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a big, dumb red target for you to just drop everything on.
So I postulate, who do you think has the better draft? If you look at it, OG versus IG, and then I'll tell you my thoughts.
Okay.
Take your time.
I mean, it's hard to say no to Wish Gyrocopter, but I actually think that there's kind of a reason that Axe
10 seconds
is not really being picked up. I was playing a lot of Axe prior to this tournament. I felt like he really wasn't that game winner.
Whoa.
I'm going to go OG, but it's not by much.
Okay.
I do think that the Axe is, like, they needed some sort of initiating disable. It's good versus Morphling. It's just so bad versus Centaur and Pugna.
Oh my god, that scared me.
Yeah. The party horn.
Yeah, I just actually...
All right,
like-
I know everybody's having their freak out about muting the players and all that stuff, but I do wish I could at least get rid of the sounds.
Yeah, me too. Well, thanks for taking that one for us, Lumi. Anyways, I think personally, maybe...
Poor Lumi.
I think maybe IG has... I feel like this Wish Gyro is going to be really good.
their lineup is a lot simpler, right?
Yeah.
It just feels easy to execute.
Because I think that it's really hard for OG to start fights unless the Centaur has a sick game. So maybe they do some kind of weird. Their lane has to win. The Centaur lane has to have. He has to get a Blink Dagger at a reasonable time. Otherwise, things are pretty rough. Get in the game.
The drums hype you up for the OG versus IG game number 1.
Let's
they
go.
gave away the Gyrocopter Whiz combination. And we'll see if OG's strategy will actually correctly counter that or not.
Prepare for
You know what I realized too? It's like never mind. I'm beating it to death now. Let's move on.
Okay.
We talk about the game. This isn't my personal stream. This is TI8. Millions are being played. Wait. Yeah, millions are being played for.
I wonder how much just getting upper bracket gets you.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
What does that confirm for you? Top 10 or something? Is that what it is? Let me look at it.
I don't think so.
It's
Is it as much as top 10 from upper bracket?
top 12, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's.
It gets you, well, top 12 gets you a guaranteed, let me tell you this, drop this number on you, $368,000.
Damn.
And by the end of TI, that'll be $40 more after Valve's cut.
That's.
Buy more compendiums, guys.
All right. I'm not going to go into that conversation. We'll have that one another day. But we are going to have the Wiz Gyrocopter pushed away from the bounty runes. IG obviously know this coming the way that they've controlled the bottom lane. Both teams know that the enemy team is invading, and there's nothing the carries can do but watch. Oh, look at that. That is cute. That is some team. Oh, Jarex does manage to get the bounty rune, but he's going to take a lot of damage in return. Aggressive. Tries to get the kill, but now is a little bit scared. Getting close to the Centaur.
So remember how I said that they need to secure this guy's lane?
Yeah.
So they've got 3 heroes up here.
But they're not doing a very good job of it if Jarex is going to start
So no
blowing,
going to TP now.
3 tangos.
Yeah, that was rough.
Did you see the OG graffiti? That is teamwork right there. Oh, you don't see it on yours.
I saw it. I saw all 4.
I like that.
Oh, that's boss.
That's teamwork and camaraderie. That's a good way to start the game.
That's that we care more than you do.
We're just naturally more coordinated outside of the game.
Yeah. So I will say something that people should realize is what people say about TI is you just don't give a shit that it's TI. So spam your taunts, your emojis. I know it's easy to hate on Seb because he chats and shit like that, but you need to not care is what every TI player has told me. Like you can't treat
that's
this,
what you need to try to do.
Yes.
Right.
It's harder than
That it sounds.
because of course you're going to think about the money and the prestige and all that, but you have to just think of this as any other tournament.
Yeah.
That may just happen to change your life and your career and your future.
Oh, bottom lane is actually going to be the first kill. They managed to kill Anna.
I told you, man, that Rubik counter.
All right. And SRF is just going to be able to cut the creep wave. So what happened? He just got fade bolted? He was just a little bit too low, got fade bolted? The hell? That was not supposed to happen.
It's actually really nice to play Rubik against more.
Yeah.
Although I feel like Anna
You get to
shouldn't
steal
have died there.
waveform as well. That always feels good.
Oh, no tail.
No
actually
tail.
died now.
Ooh, this is not a great idea to try and contest this one. It looks like he should end up dying here as the Axe is going to be able to run him down. Now Anna's going to try and go for the kill on Q. He tried a cute little juke through this middle part of the trees, but Anna still gets him in the end. But he's missing out on CS while he does that, while the Axe just keeps on cutting creep waves. Double stout shield. We made a small note of this earlier. Mushi tried this build on his ranged Necropose hero.
That was crazy.
That did not work out as well. In part because he also didn't meet the Furion.
Look at SRF. He's such a boss.
Yeah, he keeps on drawing the creeps aggro, just keeps on right-clicking on No Tail, and then he'll just take these satyrs if necessary.
If necessary, he wants them.
Yeah, he wants that extra farm.
This is how you get ahead of the Morphling, who should likely get most of the CS here too, because he just has such high base damage. Like
Unless a
Morph is still free
Rubik
farming.
keeps coming in and like fade bolts
Oh,
him
he's
every
dead.
once in a while.
No
He
tail's
is
gone.
very dead. SRF, 2 levels of the spin, and he's been spinning a lot.
No, I just I feel like OG's lineup is just worse. I think that IG's, like I said, is just easier. Like you said, it's easier to execute.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is I feel like this gyro is just going to have a free game. Like, I'm envisioning the fights, and I'm watching this BKB gyro in my head with Wisp tethering him, just hit everybody, and no one can touch him from OG's lineup. The only way that it doesn't happen like that is the Centaur, like I said, has to have an unbelievable game. So they're trying to dual lane for him, but IG correctly recognized that Silencer Morph is a terrible lane.
He has a Fairy Fire as well as a Healing Salve. Thompson pops it all now, but his Healing Salve gets canceled, and that's going to kill his lane either way. If he doesn't die here, it's still a ruined situation for him.
I feel like he almost should have just suicided.
Yeah.
He might even still die.
Yep. Still gets Fate Bolted. Still dies, so that's just going to be a lot of wasted time. Jerix does try and recover all of the CS that would have been wasted.
That's why I felt like he should have just died. He would have saved, what, 20 seconds of that? 15 seconds?
No Tail, taking some flat cannon shots, trying to turn some damage onto Bobica. Does manage to land the stomp, but Seb does not have any levels in the double edge yet. Actually goes for a 2-0-1 build. Now No Tail's going to be run down by the ball as he's dead. Managed to kill the Healing Salve on his way out. That was put on Bobica, but it is 1-5 right now. IG just winning all the lanes.
So what was it that you saw that made you believe in OG's lineup? You just felt like free morph game? Because it is a pretty good morph game.
I just thought that Morphling would just eventually out carry this team.
I think
one of it, while IG's lineup is easier to play for sure,
Yeah.
it definitely can't afford too many mistakes, right?
And I'm looking at this 4-minute Vanguard Axe. I think if we're just talking like as friends and stuff, I think what you should try to look for is like, how do you, because I feel like especially at TI, well, that thought is at top, Wisp,
Because
go
then
down.
No Tail's going to die, but Jerix may actually die as well. Managed to get the Shadow Realm off. Staying on top of Aggressive. Aggressive's going to stay on top of him. Does manage to get a pretty good Healing Salve out though, and Aggressive will give up on that kill.
Yo, apparently they're seeing double sound, or there's terrible echo. So does that mean I turn off my thing?
I'm guessing so.
What, so I turn this off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Managed to get the call. SR off. Trying to go for the quick Culling Blade onto Annie, but he managed to strength morph just a little bit. And Seb is down here now. Level 3 Centaur. That's rough. So what? You were saying about breaking down drafts?
Oh, I had to fix this chat thing first. I got you, chat. Don't worry. Let's see. I think that what we should try to look for almost always is how do you start the fight and how easy is it for you to start the fight, rather than what lineup has like the better carrier or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because I think at TI you need to dumb it down as much as possible. You need to pick lineups that everyone can play, that no matter what happens, like it's very straightforward. And I feel like IG's is very straightforward.
Yeah.
Like this Axe game looks really free because the support duo looks pretty weak from OG.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how you stop SRF from just doing this.
Thompson, or XXS rather, is going to get caught. Thompson sets it up for his two supports to finally rotate in mid. Took them a lot of time to be able to do so.
It's a 4K disadvantage ready for OG. Then again, I will agree with you, and I think that this is a very good morph game too.
Yeah. And it's going to turn into a gyrocopter.
He looks so silly. He's a bee. Look at him.
Homing missile finally catches up to him. Then it hits the gyrocopter. The two supports finally get here.
It's the bee
Throws
movie,
out the
Austin.
Arcane Curse. Please no. Q is going to be here a little bit early. Tries to go for the body block so XXS can land the Laguna Blade. He's going to be able to take out
deleted.
Thompson.
Name a more iconic duo. Chinese mid players than Lina.
Yeah.
Aggressive. It harkens back to the times of, what was his name? Shiki?
Shiki, yeah.
Shiki Dota.
Laugh. That guy made a TI Grand
not
Finals
laughing.
without being able to play Leshrac.
That guy was hilarious. I laughed because I remembered Sumail's tweet.
Yes, the disdain that he had for losing to Shiki.
Let me just...
Dark Willow, thinking they're going to be able to do something here? Well, they're going to kill a missile. That's 50 gold for Anna, I guess.
The tweet was, how can I possibly die to Shiki OMFG? It was such a funny tweet.
Yeah. 90 CS. This has got to be, I'm sure, Nahaz is watching this cast right now, and he's just losing his mind. I expect some sort of
Nahaz
before
says that
10 minute.
Before 10 minutes, if an axe hits 94 CS exactly, there's an 85% chance repeating to win the game. I'm just kidding, Alan. I really do love you.
Alan got a little sun.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is he sunburned?
Yeah, he had vacation. Ooh, whoa, I missed that one. Apologies. Jarex ganks mid again. XXS. Okay, I hope we're not going to see like a repeat like Thompson Lina situation, because he is dying an awful lot. He's getting ganked, and that's true, but
I'm watching this axe just have the freest game of his life,
Yeah.
and no one's really touching him. Seb's gonna have to pop his ulti here just to get away.
he's going to draw some creep aggro.
He should be able to TP.
out.
Yo, he's gone. But this axe almost has Blink Dagger, and once that happens, everyone is liable. Everyone's going to be put on notice here. As SRF is... I have not seen somebody take such advantage of a lane. He's making Axe somehow look like a hero in Dota 2, and that is impressive in itself.
SRF has definitely been one of the most promising newer players to the Chinese scene.
Yeah.
Him on any aggressive offlaners just looks really good.
As you said that he missed the last hit on the tower.
Well, that would be your Blink Dagger, sir.
They're not. The thing is, this should be the time to gank him, but they're looking at this guy with 1,500 health and a magic stick.
He's so far forward, too. Oh, XXS. Ah, man, I got to check out this mid lane a little bit more. Thompson. Oh, nice LSA dodge. That was smart. The relocate was coming in. That's probably what behooved him to run the other direction. He's going to kill Lina. He's going to kill him. Now, he's definitely dead. He's surrounded by far too many heroes, but he may actually be able to... Oh, they get relocated back. XRF is coming in, but Thompson's just going to keep running at Q. No, he gives up on that one. He's got to try and get out of here. Give him the taunt, Thompson. Ah, that was sick.
Very well done by Thompson. Held his ground, knew that he was going to win that fight.
Great read.
Oh,
when he's cutting off the Wisp?
Oh, this would be such
this
a
gonna
sick
work?
play. No. He's going to secure some bounty runes, though. The team will get the majority of them. That's 3 of them.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And he's going to find a regen so he can further harass mid.
Dude, I like this. OG's really getting into the taunt game. Seb was doing it while he took the bounty away from the axe.
They should. Like we said, you want to play TI as if it's just any other tournament. And this is how you do it, by spamming taunts. That's what VP knows better than any other team.
Yeah.
Is just, it's all good. Have a good time.
They will be able to take that mid tower. Thompson, tier 1 mid tower at 10 minutes. That's pretty much a mid Pugna specialty, which will free him up to be able to push in the lane and rotate to some of these side lanes. Anna.
All right. I just want to I'm going to take a look at the net worth because I don't have that up. Oh, that access. Hey.
Yeah.
I would like SRF to smoke up with Q.
Yeah, he's got to move out of this lane, right?
Yeah.
Like, he should secure top lane for his gyro.
Oh, he might actually just run into Thompson here. Gets the call.
Nice call, XXS. Easy LSA. Pretty sure you don't even need the Laguna Blade, but he's going to throw it down anyway.
I feel like you should just throw it, just in case.
Just in case, like, the Centaur save comes in or something.
Yeah. Seb has his Blink Dagger too, so Seb's game is actually not terrible.
Yeah.
This is a much faster Blink than we anticipated, but it just depends on which offlaner is going to be able to do more with it. And so First Blood, our first strike from the Axe, as aggressive, just has his buddy with him at all times. He's getting out-leveled terribly though as a result of this. He's only level 7. You see that aggressive is only level 7 versus the level 9 of Morphling, almost level 10.
He feels like his lane's being pressured a lot. This idea of moving the Morphling up to the top lane really fit them. The combination of, like, the Morphling just fits better against the Gyrocopter in this laning phase, and then also it got Seb so much farther.
I think there's a little bit of SRF focusing too much on his game now, but they are going to go for the smoke like I wanted them to do. You go to this top area, try to pick off one hero. You have vision too, so you should see Seb here in a second. And instead, it looks like they're just not sure. I feel like you commit to this top fight. You're going to run into Jarex here.
Jarex, Shadow Realm, and that's going to be taken out with the taunt. Jarex is dead as Q had stolen his own Shadow Realm. Puts in some good damage there.
If you almost always smoke towards, Like this ward right here, it's about to fade, but you know that nobody's here at bottom.
Yeah.
Now Thompson is, but you almost always want to smoke to your vision. So that's why I was confused for a second when they backed up, as if they weren't going to do that.
Oh, the relocate with the call. That's a beautiful setup. Thompson is going to try to grapplify and heal off of SRF, but he is dead. I love this. SRF, like he was a little bit slow, but he got his Blink Dagger, and now he's making moves all over the map. They are immediately going to run a top lane. They do manage to get a really good stop, but it misses out on the Gyrocopter. The Terrorize to follow it up, keeps the two supports controlled, as well as catches aggressive. He's going to be able to get the stun onto him. They need to be able to finish off Bulbgut, take out the healer before they kill the core, and that's exactly what they do. Aggressive is going to be slowed down. Seb catches him. That is a triple for OG, a double kill specifically for the support of Jerax.
What a stun by that Centaur. I feel like the Rubik knew that was happening. That's why he was waiting in the tree line.
Yeah.
He assumed OG's going to come back for this. They want some sort of rebuttal play, and he manages to just catch the Rubik at the edge of that stun. If not, then he gets lifted there, and they will survive.
Right.
Oh, man. That is a stun. That was a ravage.
Man, Centaur is...
The stun radius is so small, too. Actually, it's a lot bigger than I assumed.
It's the animation, right?
Yes.
That is so bad. Any instant stuns like the Rubik, but somehow Seb still managed to get it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
So they needed something like that, but they're still down 5k gold.
They don't have global for 60 seconds, but OG are instead just going to group up and try and
SRF
win
needs
with
to be
numbers.
Here. You want your strongest hero on the map. They're going to smoke up. I really like this play. If they cut in, the scary part is I don't think they have... Do they have vision here? No, they do not.
No.
So this smoke isn't going to feel very good. So they're going to go the safe way around. And I feel like OG just backs up. They should have some inkling that this is happening because nobody's pressuring bottom. Mid's not being pressured either.
Thompson is going to be called up. And,
oh, I feel like he should have been here.
No, absolutely. The moment you see the Gyrocopter Wisp, like, still kind of sticking around like that.
That brings me to a good point. That's why losing this mid tower is such a weird thing for IG, and why Pugna, I think, pulled that out.
Oh, nice call, SRF. Read his movements exactly.
I really feel like OG should be in this area. There's nothing for them to gain up here.
Yeah. You just want to force rotation so it creates more space for your Morphling.
If they back out
right?
there, they haven't lost their mid tower, so they can play on two sides of the map, and you'll out-farm IG.
Right.
If you read that smoke, which I feel like half the team did and half the team didn't, then you back up. IG is now forced into this one area, and it's hard for them to get out. But they might just find a kill here.
Good Terrorize setup. That's going to be able to catch only the Gyrocopter, but not Bulbcut. But they're still going to go for the fast kill onto Bulbcut with all that magic damage. Still, Gyrocopter does end up falling. Bulbcut can't get out either. Q cannot possibly save him. Now they're going to be a little bit split. SRF tries to go win with the call for the Centaur. Now they're just going to be able to bring all their OG numbers. It's a 3 versus 5 fight that SRF started, and it ends with his death.
And SRF going in pretty much had to have assumed the entire team was there.
Dude, look at them. They're all tipping SRF. They knew that was a terrible play for him to try and start that.
SRF goes in there with his Blade Mail, confident as can be. I think he realized after half a beat, he's like, everyone's here. I don't know what I'm doing.
And it's not like calling a Pugna is good, but you also can't call anybody else because Pugna will counter you.
Yes. That was just an awkward fight. I feel like he felt the bloodlust for a second.
Yeah. He got the pounding in his ears, you know, and he was just
He felt
like,
it. He felt
kill,
it.
Kill.
It was the wrong thing to feel, but he felt it. Yeah, I feel when you're able to keep your mid tower alive like this and you don't lose it, which is why IG I feel like should play around this area, you just have more areas to farm. As you get to see, OG was able to make that play into the jungle like this because there's no mid tower.
Right.
When that mid tower exists, it's almost impossible to make that play, which is why you never see IG make that same play. They can't really smoke down and in. They always have to smoke up into their own jungle. There's no mistake about that. That's not random. It just gives you more opportunities. And that's why I felt like OG should have been there in the first place. But they kind of recover the play because SRF goes in and sort of just dies.
3K gold lead now, only for IG. XXS and SRF are down here in the enemy jungle. This is where you want them to play, right? When you were talking about where you think IG needs to be at.
Yes. You want to play on
You
the
want them
opposite
to
side
push
of
in and then try and cut into middle.
what I really want for them to do is take this mid tower.
Yeah.
The gyro can just farm stacks, just keep hitting neutral creeps, while the rest of his team will just take engagements left and right. And XSS might just get gone on here as they are running at him. And that's why OG's doing a very good job. Before they can even get past that high ground, past this hill, someone's always there waiting.
They never let, free damage on their tower.
And that's why they're able to close this gap, because there's just more for them to farm. It's that bottom.
SRF, they did not need that relocate. The global silence canceled it,
I think
but
that's
it
fine.
wasn't
Trading
needed.
global for relocate,
Yeah.
you're going to be perfectly fine with that.
I mean, is Seb's life worth that much anymore? Once he gets his Blink Dagger, I feel like it's like the next step to be able to get Pipe and Aghanim Scepter, but
You want him to continue to scale is the thing.
yeah.
I think that Centaur is a hero like Tidehunter, where you want this hero to continue to just have items. Otherwise, once you blink in, if you get lifted at all, you just sort of die. Like,
Yeah.
this guy wants to be KB, he wants more items. But like I was saying, somebody from OG is always there before they try to broach that area. And that's why Jarex is just waiting. He's going to catch this wave as it comes in. And as long as they can keep this mid tower alive, regardless of how many pickoffs they get, because that was an okay pickoff, you see that IG still kind of, the gold lead is starting to go away for them.
This is interesting. Punka is pretty okay for being able to help do Roshan. Life Drain is just like one of those high damage over time abilities. And Morphling, obviously, able to go to not quite full agility, but pretty high up there. They're going to sneak in a Roshan while still not really giving up any objectives. You can see IG, they're spread all over the map right now. Oh, they know where XXS is, and they're trying to run him over. These do manage to get the Stampede on top of him, slowing him down to hit the stun. That Sentry is in a great position. They saw him from the creep vision here as he entered into this area.
Very nice Roshnik. It's SRF.
Radiant's bottom
Gotta pressure
tower
this
is
area,
under attack.
but they really wish this mid tower was gone. Like, that's what enables that Roshan fight too.
Yeah.
It just controls so much of the map.
I mean, you say that, like, IG wishes that tower was gone, but they don't really seem to be trying to make any moves to make that happen, you know? Like, they get that pick off in bottom lane on the Centaur, global silence is blown. I don't see them make a play for mid.
Q getting gone on Anna.
Happy little regen rune. It just, to me, it feels like IG's just being a little bit too content with sitting back and farming.
I think it's because they know that their 3 cores are still okay, but their supports are definitely not being enabled right now.
No tail. Smoke is going to pop, but SRF does manage to get the initiation on Anna, but the Terrorize forces him away. And now that Blade Mail's going to run out. Q kind of shows himself. He's got to be careful because SRF is definitely dead, and they shouldn't try and give any extra kills. Actually, the Stampede, the extra movement speed, he managed to get the global silence off. No Tail survives, gets an Arcane Curse onto Lina. They're going to try and run him down still, but he is a super fast hero with phase boots and Yules, so he will get out.
IG is just too content with taking these weird 3-on engagements when they don't see half the heroes from OG, and OG are so quick to respond. It's only really their bottom area that's pressurable, because they've still kept alive this tier 1 and they've kept alive this tier 1.
Yeah.
They don't even deny this mid tier 1 because of what it can do for them. It's 21 minutes into the game. It's one of the furthest times that I've seen this tower just survive.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower.
I feel like this should have been a much easier game for IG than it is right now. Now it's just complicated.
I mean, you've still got Axe
Dire's middle tower
at 10k
is
net
under
worth,
attack.
but it doesn't really compare to now the Morphling, who's sitting at almost 10k as well, has an Aegis. And OG's going to utilize this Aegis to get themselves a bunch of objective gold that's still out there on the map. They're going to go for this tier 1 off lane first.
I think what's
so you're
happening
gonna
here,
match.
Cap, is that they're way too okay with the relocate play,
Dire's
Yeah.
but
structures
the silencer
are
just counters it, so
fortified.
they're never in those fights. Maybe if you get the blink call and you can relocate in, that's an okay fight. But you've got to come in so preemptively.
They've got
They've got
40
BKB, they should
seconds
fight.
until global silence is back up. They're going to go for a
Radiant structures
deep,
are fortified.
deep smoke wraparound here.
They should take this fight. This is a good fight to take.
Might be able to catch Anna. This is a perfect opportunity. Managed to get the call barely. Gets the blade mail off. He's already morphing into strength, though, and this is just going to go wrong. They do manage to get the relocate in. They're going to try and blow up the Wisp. BKB activated by aggressive, but he just doesn't seem to do enough damage to really threaten OG as they just stampede, run themselves away. Good TP out. Anna finally loses his Aegis, but now with the Lina already dead, he's going to go on to Q up next with no BKB and aggressive. He is completely exposed to the magic damage of Seb. Managed to blow him up with that one. Q will eventually die here as well, no matter how much he tries to morph strength. IG lose 4 and a fight that they started.
Oh boy, the decision to go for the Aegis Morphling.
Yes.
Then the Wisp's position is so awkward. He's just in the middle of everyone, dies in half a second. Then the Gyrocopter is so bad at that point. If you don't have your Wisp partner, you're gonna die.
I mean, with your hard initiation, going on to an Aegis hero.
Yes.
And then Stampede being such a good counter to Wisp Gyro,
Yeah.
it's like, it feels like your damage from that duo is completely gone.
I guess that's what I missed. But I feel like this Gyro Wisp should have been a lot better.
They definitely should not have had this bad a game. Like, they should be, like, I think with the position that they held, they should be like 8K up right now
Yes.
and have taken like a lot of towers. And they should be trying to end the game before the Morphling gets too big. Rather, it's the other way around. Like, OG is the one actually controlling the map and ahead, and they have the Morphling.
I think what it is too is that you don't really want your Axe to be your highest net worth hero.
No.
Because essentially what this hero does is he suicides.
Yeah.
He's gonna die. And every time he dies, he's giving up 600 gold. You were right, Cap. I am a fool.
I saw deep into the levels of strategy here.
You'll be analyst, and I'll be Cap.
Okay.
I'll be play-by-play now.
All right.
As Topson. Just gonna push out top wave. You have to admit when you're wrong, Cap. Because I was so wrong. Apparently. I believe in
Apparently.
IG.
Can't you just put the blame on IG? That's what most analysts do.
Nah.
They're like, I was right, but the team played it wrong, so
mean,
that's why I ended up being
I think it's a 50-50. Because Seb's hero is actually really good this game.
Yeah.
He's had a pretty... He just kind of presses his ult button and everyone runs around in a circle.
Yeah. It also feels unfortunate, like, again, that Axe, he got such a big net worth, but then a level 3 Centaur goes into his lane, but he can't really threaten that hero.
Yeah.
Right? And he can't really threaten Pugna. And then gets countered if he doesn't go on the Pugna.
They lost their mid tower so late, and they still have their tier 1 top.
Yeah.
So they just have more areas to play on the map. I feel like IG was way too passive in this game.
Did XXS, like, how did they get that mid tower?
I don't
Did he
know.
just backdoor it or something?
I'm assuming it was at one hit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty inevitable. But that'll open up a little bit more of the map for them and make it a tad easier for them to play.
Okay, but we do have some big changes coming in for IG.
Yes, sir.
We've got the level 15 Wisp very soon. That gives the Aghanim Scepter to the Gyrocopter, which means a very big increase in damage, especially if he gets his next item.
Oh, the smoke's going to break instantly.
XXS.
You are so dead, dude.
He is so surrounded. They find him in the little alleyway.
I like that TP attempt. Optimism is the flavor of life.
Well, they found their pick off, apparently. OG were just gifted that one.
Man.
But now is that awkward part where it's like there's only one objective for you to really take off of a pickoff?
Yeah.
It's like you're winning too hard too early. And then you're like, I don't know what to do now.
You're winning too much. What a problem to have.
Like, guys, we already took Roshan. We already took most of the tier 2s. Like,
Guys,
what
we're just too
what
good
do
at
we
this
do?
too. We're doing too much right now. Seb's going to have an Ags too. This guy's 2-1-7. Absolutely beasting it. Flexing on the haters.
got his 75 damage. That 15% return strength damage, that is a trap.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's not that much.
Everyone thinks to themselves, like, yeah, and then I'll get the aura at level 25 as well, and that return aura is going to look real good. No, it never
It's a bait?
does. It never looks good.
I don't play Centaur, so.
I have never seen the return aura
Dude,
look
his
good, and
talents
I've
look
never,
awful.
ever seen that 50% look good.
His talents look terrible.
Yes.
10% magic res,
Yeah, it's not good.
75 damage.
Like, the level 21's kind of okay when you get an extra 300 double edge damage, because that's so much burst at that point.
That's an unbelievable amount. That's 700.
700 damage that you're also doing to yourself.
Oh, daddy. But
Yes. And this for Thompson, so again, he will not have to worry about the axe initiation.
all right, I think the game is now 4K in favor of OG. They've got Ags on Centaur, which is going to be a really nice counter to win the BKB gyro. Because the problem is the gyro has the BKB early in this game. I guess he doesn't. There's not a lot of stunts aside from Seb. And most of this game just comes down again to how Seb plays. So far, he has played very well. Him and Jerix. Jerix is his Bedlams and his
Terrorizes have been really good, yeah.
Yeah, his terrorizes have been sick.
Yeah. Dark Will always feels really good against... I think it actually feels really good against Axe, even if he can pull you out of the shuttle realm. And then it always feels good against Wisp lineups.
Yeah.
Because you've just got a bunch of AoE control.
Huh. All right, now Thompson's got
What the hell was
his
that?
Andis. That was my terrorize. That's how I...
That is not the noise that it makes at all. It's supposed to be spooky, not...
Tomato, tomato.
Now I know why you got scared of Captain America.
Dude, don't
If
tell
that-
people
if
that
that's
in
a
public.
scary
Shut up.
noise. You talked about that in public.
There may be people that I may or may not have a crush on that will hear that.
Ah. What I mean is,
They pick
when
up a
Chris
roast.
Hemsworth challenged Blitz Dota to a duel,
Yeah.
William was slightly apprehensive about it.
As they're going to pick up the Roshan, we focus on the game.
We've got a Scotty coming in for Anna
he is
alongside
so
that
far.
Aegis.
Oh, man.
He is super big. Got a cheese on the Pugna. Level 20's coming in, so you can get the Drain or Decrepify. I'm not sure when you get the Decrepify duration.
It's pretty
I
good,
was never
actually.
sure. Yeah, it seems good. I'm just never sure when you get it. XXS knows there's nothing really he can do about this game besides just split push and wait for OG to make the high ground push.
Dire's top
And then hope that OG makes a mistake, allows IG to be able to win the fight, and then take the map control back in their favor. Q will replace XXS in the split pushing authority. He's going to run down there, pick up some bounty runes, throw some wards around, maybe Fate Bolt, Creep Wave or something. But OG is not trying to rush things at all, nor should they. They have probably the superior carry in the late game.
This Morphling, he's going to get his Butterfly. Then I'm not sure what you do. Like, this gyro has to go back for...
Do you not go shotgun builds on Morphling to try and kill Wisp?
I don't know. I think it's more reliable for him to just get tanky and take fights.
Okay. Just as long as he's able to outright click. I mean, especially since you
He's
can
gonna
turn into a gyrocopter.
Yeah. I think that's the main reason, is because
Yeah.
you turn into the Gyro Lord. Otherwise, I would agree with you.
Dire's top tower
Anna needs to chill out.
Anna blows his flat-handed shots. Oh, on the high ground.
Oh,
managed to pop the Aeon disc of Thompson.
He's got cheese. Bolstered, though. Gotta pop the bottle, and they're just gonna play around with this. There's another rocket flies in. You gotta do something about this Morphling.
Yeah, they're just chipping away at these tier 3s. Once one of them's gone, then
From
they'll...
the shotgun thing, too, by the way, because
Yeah.
they have Pugna, just to crep,
Yeah.
you're pretty good. I think there's like multiple reasons for it. You get to turn in a gyro. You have to decrep. It doesn't stack or anything like that. That'd be crazy if it stacked.
He does
like
go the
900
2-second
damage.
decrep.
Yeah.
And it's so long.
I feel like the life drain heal is kind of a, it's like a bait. Like
Yeah.
said about
You
the
think
Centaur thing.
because Life Drain is like your most important tool that you want to increase that as much as possible.
But decrep just scales very well against physical damage dealers. Like, it'll be really good against this gyrocopter at some point. Rocket's gonna fly in, Anna's gonna get bonked. But he's gonna send one in return. But it gets stopped here.
Black Cannon shot, stopping SRF from being able to get a blink initiation anytime soon. Anna will start backing up. Most annoying thing I find about Morphling, the fact that he just has so much value in lifesteal.
Yeah.
So just with this one Morbid Mask, you can just get full HP.
You say that in
Eventually.
100.
Eventually.
Oh,
The call?
the call.
That's just going to be an Aegis. IG have already blown their BKB. And Thompson, how did Thompson get inside here? He got telekinesis on the high ground, managed to get the Yule Scepter, dodging the missile. They still have that central ultimate to be able to get him out of danger. And meanwhile, with the flat cannon shots, trying to get damage onto everybody, but Bulbaca managed to dodge a lot of it. And now Anna is low and has to back himself up. SRF has the Blink Dagger ready to go, but the call is not ready. So they can't reinitiate that fight. That was a good hold from IG.
It was. It's going to make OG think twice about that engagement. Your Morphling, the downside is, I guess without Butterfly, he doesn't hit very hard. They're not that scared of him.
Yeah.
And Thompson's positioning in that fight really scared them. They're just like, oh man, we almost just lost our Pugna there. I feel like if they're a little bit more patient in that engagement, they can take that tower, reset, just allow your Morphling to continue to hit. There's no reason for your Pugna to be in that position. But still up 7K on the side of OG at 33 minutes.
So first they held. Now if IG could get some sort of pick off with their Lina.
Yeah. This is the fabled Great Wall of China as they just hold the high ground. They're going to be really content to wait inside their base. They do have very good high ground heroes with the Axe Blade Mill. That is the thing about Axe Blade Mill is that it doesn't really matter what point in the game it is.
Yeah.
He's going to scale when you scale.
And then it's not like the rest of their cores, like they all scale pretty well. It's not just a gyro, it's a gyro-wisp combination. And then Lina scales into this physical damage right clicker as long as you don't go Aeon Disc Bloodstone.
Yeah. As there is a curious item choice on this Wisp, just to get a little bit more armor.
Yeah, I like that.
Picks up a Vlad's.
It'll help aggressive. I mean, it's a big damage upgrade, right? If you think about it from Flat Cannon. And his Aghanim Scepter that he's getting off of the tether, I guess. So you think, like, is IG's position just good enough? Like, at what point, how desperate do you need to be to go with the Vine Raider here on aggressive?
I don't think you're that desperate yet.
Okay. What's the number? 10K? 20K net worth?
I'd say like 25. And then but it's hard for him to tell. Like, I think in this game, they're not that far behind. Realistically, they're still one really good fight away from just being even.
Yeah.
At this point in the game.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought because of the gyrocopter, he was going to go the waveform attacks targets, because I didn't think he would want to morph into his allies. I guess you could get double wards from Pugna. What else?
I think that's the main one. You could go double blast.
Jerax managed to get the catch, but it's going to be countered by the Axe Pop of BKB from XXS. They'll blow up that Dark Willow, but now he has to try and get away from Anna. Anna's not going to be able to kill him or SRF
nice if
with
they
the
could all get
BKB TP out. They all going to be able to escape. Q.
Yep, that's the BKB pop too.
All right.
They were baiting themselves, and somehow that went terribly. They just lost their Dark Willow almost instantly. Seb popped the ulti thinking that maybe there was a chance the damage reduction could save him. But it's no longer, what was it, like 75% before?
Yeah, it was a ridiculous number. Now it's only 40%. I think it was like 60%, and then it went down to 50, then 40.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Game still
rolling around, siege creep push. You know, despite the fact that they were poking at tier 3, just now realized they did not hit.
I feel like
tier 2.
IG should take this fight.
Oh, they managed to get the call with a blade mail. They're doing a lot of damage to Anna. Managed to get the LSA on top of him. Aggressive, trying to throw all that magic damage around. Anna does manage to waveform away. They're going to kill the Pugna wards as well as the siege creeps. Thompson trying to come back in, the relocate back into the top lane. They are going to go for him. Bulbaca is not going to be able to make a TP. Oh, he managed to tether outside of range of the Terrorize, and now they don't have a stun, but they do have a Yule Scepter, as well as Seth being here. So, IG quickly run out of this bottom lane, hoping to be able to catch somebody, but they know everybody's gone.
IG really wanted to take that fight. They knew that there was no Dark Willow.
Yeah.
The numbers game kind of favored them, but
he does not go Butterfly. Anna, feeling like the Axe is still a problem, goes for the Satanic.
That is what allows you to fight against the Blade Mill. But they're going to wait for the next Roshan. It's going to spawn quite soon, in 1 minute. They just have to be a little bit patient about this. You see how difficult it is for IG to take him down once. If you give the refresher to, I'd imagine you give it to the Centaur. Then again, double global sick. That's
Double blast and double wards.
Yeah.
IG make the initiation. Centaur immediately throws out that ultimate. Aeon Disc being popped. So IG just happy with the damage that they did to Tops and X accessible. There's BKB. They can't be too happy about that one. Morphling. Anna's in deep right now. He's going to take a lot of damage on his way out. Missile. Bonk someone.
Bonked on the head. SRF. Does have the Blade Mail, but no BKB. And with the ward down, I think this is going to dissuade them from taking the fight. But another high ground held pretty successfully.
I can't believe, honestly, that OG tried that hard to do something there just because Roshan was almost up.
Yeah.
It seems silly to put yourself in a situation where IG could contest Roshan.
It's up now. And the Morphling Illusion is going to start hitting it, which will ping them towards taking it. I'd imagine that IG would want to contest this.
They were pinging down, like maybe XXS. Like the way he's been playing Lineage, just keeps on cutting down to this bottom wave and stuff. I thought they were going to head down there, but instead they go over to Roshan, which is probably a smarter gambit.
No, Roshan is definitely in play. I feel like IG should contest this, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're stepping outside of the base. I'm surprised. If you're willing to step out of the base, surely you're willing to contest Roshan.
This is going to be really problematic for them now.
Refresher shards.
It is to the Centaur. That is who I wanted to be on. The double global's nice, but... Oh. Wait, what? I thought I heard a BKB for a sec. Wait, yeah, Morphling BKB'd by accident.
Oops.
I heard BKB on the map.
He's probably trying to switch items around and then
Yeah.
fat fingered it.
His 6 second... That was his 1 second loss. Now he's down to 6.
Do we have buybacks on everybody from IG? Well, no. We don't have buybacks on hardly anybody from IG. Well, that's surprising. They have it on the axe. And that's it. Well, they better hope they don't lose this one fight. Because the game just could be over.
OG posturing. And has almost got BKB back up. 5 seconds.
It's time to finish off the tier 3.
Indeed it is.
They've been letting that sit around for far too long.
Okay, Topson just instantly loses his
Aeon Disc.
Aeon Disc.
It's a little rough. He shouldn't be the one to blast the tower anymore, but I'm fairly certain Anna could kill that tower easily and walk back. That's what he's going to do as a Pugna.
Dire's middle tower
Takes it, and now Shrine time, baby.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Lead builds to 12k.
Oh, I like this. Topson doesn't need boots. He's got Blink Dagger, and he's a fast Skelly boy, so...
Has fallen.
Very spooky, man.
Seb cuts the creep wave at bottom. They don't want to actually run back and deal with this, so...
IG just continues to hold high ground.
They've got so many Yule Scepters. This axe has to BKB every single time he Blink jumps.
Yeah.
Otherwise...
Especially against people like Jarex.
Yeah.
Jarex is so fast about it. He's almost got a Hex, too. So they're finally going to poke their head out of the
Dire's
turtle
top
shell.
shrine is under attack.
They'll see nobody from OG as Roshan will be reclaimed in, what is it, 2 minutes?
Dire's top shrine
Something like
has
that.
fallen.
I wish I had JJ's thing where it says.
Yeah, the timer. That'd be nice. Sub to the 20 strength. which is fair enough. I don't think he's really double-edging that much. Walking Horseman. They're going to be able to get the call onto the Ana while he's still in Pugna form. He does take a lot of damage, but as he turns back on the Morphling, he jumps forward. Now, Centaur with the initiation onto Bulbacut. They're going to be able to take out the Wisp Homes instantly out of the fight. The BKB popped by Aggressive, but he can't actually put any damage in anywhere. Q on the right-hand side ends up getting caught. Nice call by SRF. Managed to get both the support as well as top of the Aeon Disc. Managed to keep the Pugna alive, and now that initiation is going to be a little bit wasted. Ana keeping himself on the front line, does manage to turn into a Gyrocopter right before his death. Pops the Ring of Aquila into his actual inventory. Does not have a BKB for his second life, but look at Thompson. He just comes in and instantly blows up the Gyrocopter. Quick with the buyback. Nice Jewel Scepter from Jerix. Instantly hits the X. He tries to go for the initiation onto Ana. Doesn't even get the call. A Centaur stun for 2. Managed to lock both the carries down. Jerix comes in with a big damage dealing ultimate and will be able to help finish them up. There's no buyback from those heroes. And now it's just Axe and Lina. And another 10 seconds TP out from SRF. And so now it's just going to be the Lina. He does have buyback, but IG have already called the GG. They know they can't take this fight with all 5 heroes. There's no possible way for them to take it with their remaining 3.
That was very well done from OG. I feel like IG just had a few rough moments. That, I mean, IG, it's a little disappointing just because of how good of a start SRF had.
Right.
But just got a little bit too, it felt like over-aggressive. He was like, I am strong.
Yeah.
Like, I can't die. I will blink in and kill everyone. And then he just kind of, I mean, it's Dota. That's the beauty of Dota, is that everything and everyone kills you.
Axe is not a game winner right now. Right?
I mean, I feel like it could have been.
He can't carry your games for you.
You can't.
You need to use your farm. If you're super ahead like that, you got to use your farm to get your other cores online. And I feel like he tried to do that.
Yeah. I think this game is more on Aggressive and Bulbacut, because they just were never willing to be there preemptively for their team. You can't only ever rely on the relocate, because as you saw, every time No-Tail heard it, even when he didn't necessarily see the fight, like as soon as he heard the noise, he just pops it.
Yeah.
He pops his Global Silence.
And then even if the Global Silence is on cooldown, well, there's still going to be the Centaur Stampede.
Yeah.
So it's like every single time their initiation with relocate just doesn't look good.
I completely agree there.
Well, that's going to be our Game 1. IG off to a great start there in the beginning of the game, but still end up faltering. We're going to take a break, come back with game number 2 of this series.
Welcome to the International.
You gave now?
Yeah, I got you.
We got a third headset
It's TI8.
in case you wanted to have a tricast with somebody.
With myself.
With if you wanted to get some more Blitz echo in here. Echo!
Dude, I fixed that.
I know.
I read.
You're the best.
Yeah. I try to once in a while read your guys' chats to know what's going on. Also to hear you flame Austin. I like that. That's
Be
what gives
sure
me
to give
motivation.
all of your after the fact draft analysis to Blitz Dota about why he was wrong about last game.
At Blitz_Dota. Thank you. Follow me on Twitter.
I mean, just add him into the Twitch chat, and I'm sure he'll read it.
Thank you.
How Blitz Dota was clearly wrong
Technically, I'm on Fog's
about the
account.
draft analysis because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And you could see it, but he could not.
I'm looking at Fog's follow channels, and he follows.
He follows a lot of channels. Dude, that guy fiends some streams like none other.
Yeah. I respect him a lot less for following Fortnite streams. Anyways, the draft is underway as the bands come out. We've got Marana, Wraith King, and Dusa banned out for OG.
Dusa. What?
Dusa.
Dusa.
Maybe because they just plan on picking Terrorblade or something. Or they want to just keep picking Centaur. Let's go.
Huh.
Or they'll take Pugna again. I don't know. Thompson. I feel like Thompson's like, well, I'm never getting Invoker in second phase, so I'll just keep Pugnaing it up.
They gave away the Wisp again.
Mm-hmm.
This time, as first pick, they gave away the Wisp.
Yes.
So they're daring IG to take it.
Let's see it.
I did feel like they had a really good answer to the Wisp Gyro. If I'm IG, I do not want to test that again.
Remaining.
Why? Do it up again for the
5
boys.
seconds remaining.
There was nothing for the boys in that last game for IG.
For the boys. Part 2. Why are people saying new wings for every Chinese team? I mean, just because
It's the anime meme where he's
Yeah.
looking at the butterfly. Is this the new wings? No, stop it. I know everyone's nostalgic for wings and everything, but you can't just co-opt that name and just put it onto every single Chinese team that you've never heard of that does something a little different.
it's a new Chinese team that isn't one of the IG, one of like the 8 sister teams of Vici,
Yeah.
another LGD team,
It's not some junior squad of LGD, IG, or Vici Gaming.
King Gaming's second B squad. It's not one of those. It's not one of the 4 ABCs.
Invictus Gaming turn
Doesn't mean that it's wings.
OG's turn to
I want to take a look at the standings real fast.
All right, I like this. Yeah.
that's good, that's
I
good.
did not want them to try and go for the Wisp. Instead, they're going to go for what has been I think has been a very strong opener for a lot of teams. The Weaver plus support,
Uh-huh.
and I think Vengeful Spirit is probably one of the
What about
preferred
just
ones.
opening Rubik here? Second. Rubik
10
or
seconds
Willow
remaining.
again.
I want a playmaker out of Jarex.
5
I don't
seconds
like. I would even be down. I've been seeing some Earth Spirits around. Let's bring back Jarex Earth Spirit. I don't want to see Rubik Silencer. I know you like it versus Weaver, but that just sounds bad.
Playing Rubes against Weaver is the best feeling in the world.
OG's turn to
But they take
Whoa.
Dragon Knight. That is an early Dragon Knight.
Is that why they banned Dusa?
That would make kind of sense.
A little. Huh. Dude, the drums go so fast.
Yeah, it's actually kind of
Dude,
intimidating.
it's a little too high tempo for a draft.
Yeah.
Let's be real, guys. The draft isn't that exciting. I feel like this is a real high octane hanging off of a rope bridge while the villain in a helicopter is trying to shoot you down.
Invictus Gaming's
That was a really
turn
specific
to
example.
I was trying to think of some like 80s B movie action.
It reminds me of the opening scene in that movie Troy that I just saw yesterday night.
Why'd you watch it last night?
Because it was on the television, and I was
Okay.
trying to fix my sleep schedule.
That has Angelina Jolie. Is that the one? Is that
No,
or is that?
it's completely wrong. It's the one with Brad Pitt with long hair.
I mean, they both have Brad Pitt.
10
There's another one that has
Wait,
Brad
what?
Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
The hell? No, it's like, I don't know. It's the story of Troy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
go ahead.
the Iliad.
Yeah.
It's like that opening scene where he kills that huge dude. That's what it
Okay.
reminds me of.
Hmm.
Because context thing. I me. It just happened to be on. And I don't watch a lot of action movies.
Why not?
For reasons.
Do you disagree with the violence, William? Is that why? Is it a moral stance?
All right, I'll just say it. I am afraid of fake violence. It scares it really does scare me. That's why I can't watch Game of Thrones.
Meanwhile, William will slap me as hard as he can sometimes, just out of nowhere. So he's not afraid of real violence, just fake violence.
Just fake violence scares the shit out of me. Anyways, the more we get into our my shortcomings, we've got an Alk ban on the side of OG. That might maybe a Clinks is on its way. Not sure.
Because of the unstable concoction. Is that what you're talking about?
Also, somebody said the Odyssey, not the Iliad, but it is the
10
Iliad. Story of
seconds
Troy.
remaining.
Hell no Troy and everything. It's the Iliad.
5 seconds remaining.
It's 100%
Well,
the Iliad.
well, screw that guy.
He is so wrong. You can criticize me on Dota all you want, but that is just no way.
You are stepping over the line, sir.
You have messed up.
Arc Warden just seems to be a classic second phase ban against OG. For most teams, again, there are very few teams that run that hero, even fewer that probably feel comfortable playing against it.
Are drums the new wings?
Invictus.
That was a good one. That actually made me laugh.
Gyrocopter, in case, I guess, we're still going to see a Wisp from IG. Just a later pick Wisp. Is Wisp Gyro really that much better than Wisp anything else?
Is Wisp Gyro just better? I mean, Wisp Tiny is not really a thing anymore. Wisp Ursa is the other thing. Wisp CK. I don't know. I don't really see CK anymore. Has CK been picked? Has Razor been picked? God, I hope Razor never comes back into the meta.
Yeah, that hero's not terribly interesting.
What a boring...
Invictus Gaming's turn to pick.
Guys, if you say funny stuff, I will read it out loud.
Yes, children, all try and compete for Blitz Dotas and
Yeah, that'd be
approval.
funny. Not like those guys with the signs of TI6. They were terrible. But like, if you're genuinely funny...
Like Chaos Knight has not been picked, nor has Razor.
Who else? Who else?
Animage, Darkseer, Dazzle,
Some of those have to be picked.
Naga Siren, Night Stalker. Oh, no. Night Stalker
got
and
picked.
OD both got picked,
Yeah.
very recently.
By Windstrike, I think.
Quap. Quap is surprising.
10 seconds
Slardar,
remaining.
Slark, and Techies.
Invictus Gaming's turn. Lena.
Let's see, we had the Morphling banned away. They go for the pickup on Undying, and then OG bans Lena. So IG trying to buff up their team fight a little bit more. I think the Undying is a good way to be able to cut the Dragonite down a lot. Steal his strength, do the damage amplification of
10
Flesh Golem.
seconds remaining.
And you just create a target. You want to create chaos if you've got a Weaver on your team, right?
Yes. Oh, I love Undying. Because nobody has fun playing with or against him.
Pretty much, yeah. Only Undying players are having fun.
I mean, are you
No,
really having
no.
fun
If
as
you're
an
playing
Undying
with
player?
I like playing with an Undying.
I think playing
he's like
Undying-
soul ripping me and like laying down Tombstone, and I get to run after heroes while they're freaking out. They don't know whether they're kill the Tombstone or run away from the zombies.
Dude, I've never had fun playing Undying before in my life.
OG's turn to
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Undying. That hero is so fun.
That's like you just, I don't know, he's like the most vanilla of all the ice cream flavors.
What? Every
So
single one of
boring.
his abilities is like super unique.
He's so boring.
There is nothing else.
I like killers.
Decay.
I like killers.
There's nothing else like Tombstone.
10
I
seconds
heroes that kill. I want heroes.
You're very
that can get
one-dimensional
solo
in that
skills and
regard.
Stuff like that. Yeah, I mean that's why I like Lena's. I like Storms, SFs,
Storms.
some more Storms. Dude, Storm is like, they're somehow okay, which is kind of bothers me because maybe I'm just bad now. That's probably honestly what it is.
Yeah, every single time you see a patch log, you're like, oh, no Storm buffs. And then he's being picked at TI regularly. Must be you. Maybe you and Storm have kind of fallen out.
I hope so.
Maybe that's like an old relationship, you know? You can't really go back. Can't rekindle the spark that was once there.
Somebody asked me to play Selena
Invictus
Gomez in the
Gaming
background
turn
to cancel out the drums. I'm trying not to get sued right now, guys.
Bloodseeker picked up into a now Phantom Lancer for OG, and there's not a whole lot of Phantom Lancer counters. Phantom Lancer will counter the Undying Tombstone. You've got the single target Vengeful Spirit that doesn't feel so good. Same goes with kind of the Weaver. And Bloodseeker, well, you hope you get the Rupture on the right one.
10 seconds remaining.
Ooh.
I like this pick a lot. That looks very strong.
5 seconds.
And IG don't really have room to pick up a strong Phantom Lancer counter, I don't think.
OG's turn to ban.
I really like that PL pick. So, offlane DK? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's not too surprising, right?
Yeah,
That was meta. not
Or it
too
could
long
be
ago.
a support Lina.
IG, I mean, they can
10
put...
seconds remaining.
Bloodseeker gets dumpstered by Lina, right?
Did you say
5
Bloodseeker gets
seconds
dumpstered by Lina?
remaining.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Yes, she does.
So the only option you have, I mean, is pretty much picking a mid
Thompson
for IG.
crushed it in that game. But then he also ended up feeding 6 times in a row.
Mm.
Cha-da-da-da-da-da.
OG's turn to pick. Invictus Gaming's turn to win.
Wyvern. Protective support.
It's nice against... It works both ways against Bloodseeker.
It works pretty well against Weaver.
Does it?
Yeah, like the Cold Embrace is just buys you a lot of time, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very annoying to play
10
around.
seconds remaining.
What do you need if you're IG?
5 seconds remaining.
Like Monkey King? No.
You need stuns. I'm
You
a huge
need some
advocate
like
for
AoE
disable.
stuns, right?
Yeah,
That's
I'm a
what you
hu-
need.
You need some offlaner.
I was gonna say Zeus, but I was like, do you really want to play Zeus?
And Zeus is sick against all those heroes.
Yeah.
I mean, now you're playing offlane Weaver. The thing that sucks about IG's lineup is if they don't win the laning phase real hard, they're gonna lose this game
Super
so
hard.
fast.
Yeah. This Zeus is gonna get run at by Linas and Phantom Lancers, and
It's not
Weaver's gonna be like a bad hero.
Yeah,
Because if you lose your laning phase as Weaver, you just suck.
It's not just that. It's that you have no playmakers on your team.
Yeah.
Like, Bobica has to be... He's your only stun, really. Everyone's going to tell me, like,
Yeah.
Zeus lightning bolts in quotes, but... Because I don't understand how
Well,
air quotes
Blitz,
work.
when you get the level 20 talent and you have an Aghanim Scepter,
Yeah, I can't wait for that one, guys.
I mean, if I'm Q or Bobica, I'm just like, who do I really play with in this game?
Yeah, that's the weird part. So you have to... The lanes have to go well. You have to stop the lanes. I think part of the problem with IG and the way that they draft is... And some of the teams here is that they're almost too reactive.
Yeah.
It's almost just like, well, this hero is good against those heroes, but it doesn't really work for the rest
He
of the
doesn't keep
lineup.
the big picture in mind.
Yeah,
very
that's
well.
like a TNC problem, I think. Because TNC has a hard time kind of keeping it all together.
Yeah. Their best way to start fights are Rupture, and then the other one is like swapping into a Tombstone fight.
Yeah. Dude, No-Tail's such a... You know what? This guy's a hero.
The party horn again.
Anybody that's willing to play Silencer 6 games in a row or something like he has is an absolute boss.
You know, Silencer, there is, I think, a certain pleasure out of playing Silencer right now because he is a strong support and he's so obnoxious for the enemy team. Arcane Curse is just pretty strong right now, you know?
Just what I've been waiting for.
Plus, being able to play the harassment game with an orb always feels really good. Right? It just makes your... It's just easier to
All
play.
right, get it all out of your system, guys.
Yeah, tip
Get it all out. Get it all out of your system.
Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck.
Keep getting it out.
Now, this is just silly.
I agree, Anna. This is just silly. Whoa. Spray painting trees, Sebastian. Is not good for the environment, sir. Where's OG going to go? Are they not sure which side they're going to invade? What's happening? Are they...
30 seconds to battle.
All right, looks like they're going to run their both supports down to the bottom lane, try and secure those runes, I guess.
They look like they were just a little bit confused for a sec.
They knew about the ward because I guess they got this ward down first. I didn't really see what happened.
They should send their supports up top. I don't think Seb really needs help.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a side lane Dragonite. He just endures. And in that case, he's a great hero to match up against the Weaver, right? Between the damage reduction, his high armor. Should look pretty good here.
Is victory. In strength is victory.
But I do wonder whether the aggro lane with their Phantom Lancer is going to go that well. It's going to be met into the Bloodseeker Vengeful Spirit. So I guess it is a lane that they can win pretty hard. They just keep the Bloodseeker down early.
Yeah. And if you keep that's what you should try to do, right? If your laning phase goes okay, you're going to win this game. If you're OG, I feel like.
Yeah.
We agree on that?
Yes. And Bloodseeker wants to match into the Dragonite, I think. So they're swapping lanes. SRF takes a little time.
So for people
that
that are confused why they're just not TPing, because OG would just do the same thing.
Yeah.
So this is how you get the long-term advantage. Is that if OG TPs, then you just TP.
In the meantime, your supports get to get the initial experience solo, which I really don't think is the worst thing in the world, because most of the time your supports actually do more for you
no tail?
in lane to start.
Gonna get right-clicked once, and that's it.
And that is all. Because our Arcane Curse is one hell of a drug.
Dude, Waver Terror is so good right now.
Aggressive, gonna get stunned up. They're gonna do a lot of damage to this Bloodseeker. He thought that this lane was gonna be a lot easier for him to play out with a low damage Dragonite, but he could be wrong. He may just end up dying here as Jarek's gonna cut him off. He's gonna healing Salve. Nice little juke around there from Aggressive. Seb is gonna see him now. They're gonna try and take away some of the healing Salve. That was a beautiful juke from Aggressive. Jarek's, they actually throw down a level 2 Tombstone.
The next level,
Oh, Jarek's is hitting wildly low right now. His Q is blood raged up. He's got so many stacks on him. He's got 2 mangoes and a wand.
Top lane, oh, Bulbaka. They do manage to kill No Tail, but SRF will die in return. I'm not sure which one that really benefits.
It almost certainly benefits OG.
Because they kill the core?
Yeah, you can also just swap lanes right now because you know that Weaver's gonna TP.
Yeah.
Like wouldn't that be an okay idea? Am I wrong here?
Just
wrong
what
here.
I've been waiting for.
As soon as you see the Weaver show up in lane, you just TP, swap.
Yeah, like that would be the way that you counter that, right?
Right.
Because Anna hasn't had to TP, just no tail.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I think that's a cool play anyways.
But maybe they're okay with the lanes of going. After all, they actually did show that they can kind of go on the Bloodseeker and threaten his life. And the top lane trades aren't going so bad for OG.
No, not at all.
So, Thompson. Ooh, Thompson. Oh, Thompson.
Thompson?
Thompson just died to Alina and lost his ward on the process.
What?
Okay, now No Tail died in the top lane. What's going on?
What is going on for OG right now? How did
I don't know.
Thompson die solo to the Zeus? I feel like this should be a pretty good matchup for
Yeah.
Lina.
I think he just tried. I think he got too aggressive on XXS. Something happened. He tried to dive him and
somehow
then
has 4 denies and Thompson has 0.
that shouldn't happen. What the hell? How does Zeus have any denies over Alina?
I mean, Zeus actually hits for quite a bit. Oh, Thompson, be careful.
Yeah, don't run into the tower again. I think that's how you
Thompson?
died last time. Dude, this is looking very similar to last time. Gets hit by lightning bolt, runs to the right, drops very low.
My guy.
Well, the Invis rune is actually top lane, XXS.
It's 2018. You've got to be careful.
Wait.
Okay, Thompson just got to go the long way.
Yo, why? This is not the area to run through. I'm not sure what Thompson's doing right now, but it's freaking me out.
Okay, well now he just gave up the rune and he got bolted once.
All right, well, the
he's
next
dead.
rune
Well,
spawned
he's
in
dead.
top lane. Now he's going to die.
He's dead.
I mean, XXS got really lucky in that regard. Does manage to hit the LSA, and that's pretty good. Maybe he could juke through the trees for a long time.
No, he's just dead.
For a really long time.
I just don't really know what's going on in this mid lane.
Well, neither does Bobica. We also had a kill onto No-Tail again. So No-Tail's having a bit of hard life here on the top
We're
lane.
watching the 10-minute saga in mid where somehow XSS gets 2 solo kills.
I mean, you said IG couldn't lose their laning phase, right?
They're not.
They're making sure they don't.
Well, that is a very early level 6 Zeus.
SRF is, okay, it's 5 minutes. I was like, why is he being so aggressive right now? But he's just trying to use the extra bit of mana and HP that he has to bully the Silencer, go for the 5-minute runes, and then pop that shrine together. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, run out of the sentry. Ana almost gets to him. They
dead.
spot him now. Shukuchi, shrine up. He's going to be able to stay alive a little bit longer. Shukuchi up in 1 more second. He's good.
Oh, man, he barely survives there.
He popped the healing salve as well right before he Shukuchi'd, so he can actually go back in on them right now, especially with the Vengeful Spirit on the other side of things. They're going to run into Ana, trying to get the stun on him. They do manage to get him with the bugs. That's going to be a lot of damage on Ana. He doesn't have Doppelganger up, so now he's dead. An attempted kill on SRF turns things
No-Tail's
around
on Ana.
and might be able to get both of these kills, as No-Tail's going to be stunned up once again, hoping for the help air clap. Deny, not going to happen.
In mid lane, they're going to get the bottle refill too as XSS just continues to just absolutely dominate this lane.
And XXS actually had his ultimate. I don't think he had mana for it, but next time one of these heroes gets low like that, they're going to be on the receiving end of a good 225 nuke.
He is outplaying Thompson.
Oh, Thompson, he needs a little bit more mana. He's bottling up right now. He has it now.
He's
Gets
gone.
the kill.
He is getting dumpstered. Just absolutely styled on by XSS right now.
Yeah, XXS is going crazy.
My guy just got 3 solo kills as a Zeus versus Elena.
Yeah.
His top lane, No-Tail, gonna get gone on. Already at 100 health, should go down here. That's a free kill. As SRF,
Bobica held on to his stun, knowing that the Doppelganger was going to go out. Still holds on. Dude, I'm sure Aggressive is loving it because these heroes just keep on getting low all the time, but he's not actually winning bottom. Dragon Knight's contesting him really well.
hey, Dragon Knight having as much armor as he does, he's got strength treads, he's got the full level XP.
Back over to the top lane, the TP out from Bobica, but it's SRF who's going to die instead.
Ana picks up a free one. He's gonna get healed for this too. The problem for them right now, though, is that laning phase-wise, 6 minutes in.
Is Aggressive going to die here? He's super fast. He should be fine. He's going to try and run down Seb. Seb's going to go for a late TP. It's close, and he will die. Seb just kind of misreading the situation. Doesn't understand the danger that he was actually in.
Yes, in mid lane, XSS, he popped his Arcane Rune. He's just throwing out bolts. Thompson doesn't really want to be here right now. He's almost going to get 2 levels on him.
SRF turning and fighting Ana a little bit. Jarex is pretty low, but No-Tail sitting in the wings here, waiting to provide some support.
Radiant's bottom tower.
SRF is the person on their team tanking it the most, but he's still picking up kills. So
Yeah.
his game isn't the worst.
I mean, he's 4th in net worth right now.
Yeah.
He's ahead of the Dragon Knight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Somebody's game is going to be rough in this.
And they might be able to defend their top tower after they take this bottom lane. We'll see, because it looks like this tier 1's going to fall first. Free Fire trying to slow things down. SRF just being kind of a nuisance here in this top lane.
You notice there's not a ton of rotations aside from the Venge going bottom because, like we talked about, that's not really what IG's lineup does very well. They
Yeah.
don't really have playmakers. As Seb, it looked like he was going for that bottom rune. Probably would have gone there first, but doesn't quite know where the rest of the IG heroes are. He's going to back up. XSS is going to get a godlike rune for a godlike hero.
Is it like, I'm really surprised they aren't trying to defend this tower. Now that it goes down, Bobica's here. They're going to go for the kill onto No-Tail. That's pretty easy. They actually got the magic missile stun onto Ana. He doesn't have Doppelganger, so now he's going to try and Phantom Rush his way out of here. Goes for the CS.
Goes for a
Can't
creep.
even get the creep. Oh, dear.
Did he get the creep?
I don't know.
I think he got it.
There was something low health. It might have been an
Radiant's middle
illusion.
tower is under attack.
He was like, I need to get something out of this.
Yeah, he definitely got the creep.
Man,
He
this-
lanced it and Phantom Rushed hit it, so there's no way he missed that.
And Jarex goes to the solo smoke. I'd imagine he's just trying to get wards down. It's very hard to ward against a Zeus without using this.
Trying to get
He's
some
gonna get
deep
one really
vision. Hopefully he's not spotted by anybody.
He wants one behind the tower, too.
And he's going to try and get it, but Q spots him. And now that ward's going to be for naught. At least he doesn't die. We'll just tell XXS that it's there, and he'll lightning bolt kill it. There was a rupture laid on Seb here in the bottom lane. Not sure what happened there, but we're going to see a Zeus picking up an Ether Lens super fast. Oh boy. An Aghanim Scepter Zeus could certainly win this game for OG, and it's looking like he could have a very fast timing on that. OG got to pick it up.
Yo, please click Bobica.
Yeah.
Select my mans.
Yeah.
And he's got a Shadow Blade queued up, by the way.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
Not to interrupt you.
I mean, he's thinking what? That's the way he's going to kill a Phantom Lancer? That's the way he's going to die here. He had a dominating streak. That's 300 gold. Meanwhile, Anna died in the top lane to the Undying and Weaver.
It's pretty surprising.
Yeah.
They didn't even have to use Zeus ult. Anna must have...
XXS can't quite grab the Invis Rune away from Lena. Just keep chasing him.
Oh, Thompson barely out of range there. 371 move speed. It's going to successfully get him out of there is at bottom lane.
Oh, he went blink.
Who did?
XXS didn't go Ether Lens. He went blink.
That's interesting. Would you look at that? That's an aggressive build. I'd imagine they just want to fight everywhere now then.
Yeah. They just feel like they're that much stronger than the enemy now, so.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't necessarily be wrong. Maybe, I think you want to push out mid-wave and maybe even go for a smoke. The timing would be a little bit off, though, because the catapults have already spawned.
Yeah.
This would be like a very Optic Gaming kind of move to go to a lane with your catapult. They're usually really good about those kinds of timings.
Well, Aggressive just killed his own catapult.
Yeah, I saw
so he's going to back up, smoke
Towards top?
with his team and head up to top lane.
You smoke towards vision.
Yeah,
Radiant
right.
are
You've got a pretty decent ward to give you some vision here.
They're about to run it out. They go the long way. Maybe they even find tops in here. This would be the
Yeah.
ideal target. They're going to get it on the high ground. No Tail is on the low ground here. They're going to get
Blood
the
right
stun.
into the stun. That's a beautiful silence combination.
They want
Rupture
both.
placed onto the silencer. XXS will steal the kill away onto Thompson.
And it's now the mid-tower kill.
Yeah,
This is kind of why we wanted it to come with the catapult.
Right.
The timing on it is still pretty good if you can grab the tower. But
if you have a
that's why OG's
catapult,
here.
maybe you actually kill that tier 1.
Yeah. Remember how hard the game was when IG couldn't take this mid-tower last game at a reasonable time?
Do you think they learned from that?
Yes,
Is that why
absolutely.
they're making so much effort?
But you also see that OG strategy is predicated around saving that mid-tower as
Right.
a result. Even when they're a little bit weaker, they're flexing heroes mid to try to protect it as Jarek's going to walk in, try to take the rune.
Whoa, that is a Blood Rage Zeus. Look out, Jarek's. We actually didn't talk about that, but Blood Rage Zeus.
Everyone knows about it.
Radiant's top
Well,
Our audience is
should,
intelligent.
No. We should say that Blood Rage Zeus does not work on global abilities anymore.
Okay.
There is, I think, a 1200 leash or something like that to the Blood Rage effectiveness.
It's 2200.
2200?
Only
Wow.
amplifies for half values when the damage dealer and the receiver are over 2200 range apart. So you still get half.
Yeah.
But
still bad.
you know, our audience is smart. I know that Twitch is, they're not plebs. They know.
They know everything.
They know. If we didn't, they would, somebody damn sure would correct us, so.
Wait, so what are we here for?
Exactly.
We just suckered Valve into paying us for this?
You're getting paid for this? What the?
Shit. 3 to 15, 6,000 gold lead. IG also hold about a 5,000 experience lead as well. Things are looking much better for them. Actually, the laning phase looked good for them last game as well, but it didn't look this good, right?
Yes. This game looks a lot better. Mainly because XSS got so many solo kills.
Yeah.
That part really helps.
This time, it's a Zeus that's super farmed, as well as a Bloodseeker rather than an Axe. 4-man smoke up. They are trying to do a similar thing, I'm guessing, where they hope to be able to go mid. Instead, maybe it's the bottom tier 2 that they're going to
Killing
take.
Jarek's, though, doesn't feel very good. I really feel like they can try to come in, but they're going to go into bottom instead. Transition this into something, IG. Do it up.
Dire's middle tower.
I don't remember who I learned that from, but whenever it was like the smokes, your eyes just see a support.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember, like, I learned this from some pro. Like, I don't care about that hero. I don't want to gank that hero.
Yes.
Right? And that's that situation, right? IG, they shouldn't want to gank Winter Wyvern, but it was the only hero available.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You sure you didn't learn that from me?
Could be. You're a pro player in my mind, William.
Hey, I played on legendary Korean team Zephyr as
Hey, I casted
aggressive.
legendary Korean team Zephyr quite a bit. Gonna be able to kill the Tombstone super quick. That's the Phantom Lancer specialty. Aggressive is hoping to be able to slow down Steph to make sure he can't chase him down, but he still managed to get the stun. And it's Thompson's who's there on the receiving end. That bounce.
They're gonna. I mean, what are you gonna get out of this though? If you're OG, you pop the Dragon Form. You've got 5 heroes down here. You probably want to just transition it into the tower. I will say that the least pleasant feeling in the world is at any pro team, you gather up as 5 and you don't transition it into anything.
Yeah.
Like you almost want to just force it at this point. Just because it'd be such a shame / waste. And that's why they're gonna kind of assault the tower, but they've already split up. So IG will get a free top tower with just 2 heroes, which is going to extend your lead further.
And Seb, I don't think he's actually getting this. Q's already in place. They've got multiple TPs coming in.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I can't believe they're not trying to back up Seb a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like Seb has the right idea here for going for this tower. And his team shouldn't have just so easily rotated out. Because what you're going to do now if you're IG is you're going to take that top tower with 2 heroes, which is what they did, and the rest of your heroes can farm. So you'll just get a little bit more on the map as a result.
Yeah.
And now you still have to stick heroes down here at bottom. Because the tower's going to counter push you into your wave. I mean, that's how towers work, right?
Yeah. And then your offlane jungle is less secure.
Exactly.
You've lost your tier
So now
1.
what Q will do is he'll push this wave back out into you. And you're just going to have to sit a hero down here when you don't want to. Whereas IG, because they took the top tower, SRF doesn't have to play in this area anymore. Now he can transition to mid tower, which is what they were missing in game 1. And that's exactly why OG is reading this play.
They got the bugs onto Thompson. Meanwhile, Bulbaca's being slowed down. Global Silence goes down to make sure they secure this Vengeful Spirit kill and hoping to be able to get SRF as well. A lot of setup here, hoping that the Winter's Curse into the Silence there for the last word is going to be enough. SRF does manage to get enough mana to be able to time-lapse that one out. Now Anna gets a Rupture on him. Cold Embrace buys him a little bit of time, but there's so much magic damage, he should die eventually. Manages the Doppelganger on the other side of the trees, but again, he still can't walk anywhere. And it's a super fast Bloodseeker from Aggressive. Can't find anybody else, though. They'll just go for the tier 1 tower. Finally, mid will fall.
As crazy as that sounds, I think that was OG's best play to try to defend this mid area. It was just a little bit sloppy. Like the idea behind it, I think, was correct. Because they knew that it was going to be IG's next play, and that opens up from taking that top tower. That's that bottom trade that went so disastrously, and that's what I kind of want people to focus on, is when you go for this bottom, you don't take that tower, you lose this top tower to 2 heroes, you know that that mid tower is going to come next.
Yeah.
That's what IG missed last game, and I think that's what they're kind of realizing, like, we have to be more proactive about taking towers.
And isn't that like a bit of a dire side advantage? Like, once you take this offlane tower, it feels really good wrapping into this mid.
Exactly.
Right? Dire can't do that as well, just because of the way it looks.
I think this play would be, it wouldn't be as strong if OG had taken that bottom tower
Yeah.
as well. So now they've only taken the top tower, which is the natural tower for OG to take anyways.
Dire are
Oh, somebody is pretty good on the scan button. Seb's going to have to blink himself away into the trees. Bulbaca already used it. They do have the lightning bolt, though. That'll find Seb, and he's stuck in the trees.
He's going to go down.
For Bulbaca.
Now they're going to transition this as aggressive. You got to be careful here. You know that IG is all up, or OG is all up here.
Yeah, I can't believe he showed himself with a blood right. They actually do manage to get the Rupture onto Anna, but he's already dead. Anna healed up as well, managed Doppelganger farther over to the side. They canceled some of the TP, so no, Q is left by himself. Anna's going to try and deal with the Tombstone, knowing that Q is all by himself. How did SRF die? Back at the bottom lane, Bulbaca, he's quite low. OG, they may have just routed IG on both sides of the map. Bulbaca will be able to help them get the tower, but
what am I watching?
Wow. Okay, no tail's dead. And XXS. Oh, Thompson man modes it. Yule Scepter LSA. Does he have a Laguna Blade? He does not, but maybe they can just right-click him down with the help of Jarex. XXS might fall, but Jarex doesn't have any more. Oh, he finally gets it. Arctic Burn.
That's a wipe. Oh. And your 9,000 gold lead now goes to 4K. And I feel like aggressive. He should know about that top area. Nobody was defending bottom except Jarex.
Yeah.
I think he had the wrong the wrong idea. You let your team take bottom tower. You don't even have to sit in this tree line. There's no rush.
And it felt like it just rushed his team. Like, I didn't see what happened with the TPs, but I'm presuming
Yes.
his team trying to panic TP up to the top lane is what exposed them to dying at bottom.
That is exactly what happened. They went one by one because aggressive was probably like, I'm getting gone on. Where's my help? You have to be more patient than that. Dota is a game where you can't be that greedy, where you want everything. You can't decide, like, I want to take top, I want to save top while taking bottom, while killing heroes.
Yeah.
Like, your team is doing other stuff, and oh, man. Really feel like that top area. Also, Jarek's getting a solo kill at bottom. I'm sorry we missed that kill, but it's hard to predict that that's going to happen.
Yeah. Jarex now has a blink dagger, so he can catch people out. Start team fights for the Lina to be able to follow up on. They always have global silence to stop any counterplay.
They're going to smoke. They want to try to kill OG's momentum.
They're going to run in Thompson, which is great hero to be able to find first. Ainsley Yulceptors himself. They actually spread out really well. Not going to be hit by the Cold Curse, but still Thompson managed to get off his full kit against Q. He may lose his life, but at least he helps. Anna, Anna, he needs to be able to swap back. They stopped the TP, and they managed to get that kill.
Okay, they've righted the ship a little bit.
Oh, Yulceptor stopping the Silencer from TPing out as well. That's going to be a 4th kill, so they almost wipe OG in return.
Get Roshan?
And they've got great Roche-taking heroes. 3 physical damage dealers and some minus
They got a
armor.
DD as well.
Ooh.
This is nice if you can get the Roshan here, and this should be a free one. Seb is going to TP down the bottom lane. The way that they can defend
Damage
it.
they do. The Blood Rage combined with the Bug, so the Bug tanks for them. That's a cute little combo.
Yeah. And they've got the Aghanim Scepter now on Zeus. That's a good smoke. They right the ship a little bit. But yeah, Did they have global up too during that fight?
They... I don't know.
Huh.
They have Aghanim Scepter on X6, and he has the level 20 Blitz Dota, so you can't say they don't have stuns anymore.
You're right, you're right. They got me there.
Got him.
Sons of bitches.
Seb.
All right, Seb at bottom.
That's the thing. It's so hard to get out of this Nimbus. It just catches you. And allows IG to be able to run you down.
XSS is going off in this game right now. 11-1. His only death was... I can't really even blame him. That was some weird disaster of a fight that happened for his team.
Yeah, we're going to blame Aggressive on that one.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know for sure, but you have to assume because he was pinging.
Yeah.
Somebody made the call for him to be up there at top. Whoever that was is the person to blame.
Jarex gets the bugs and does have the Nimbus. Always forgot about that one. Yeah. Well, Zeus still had his Thunder God's
Right,
Wrath.
everyone
so.
is just, it's just kind of falling apart now for OG. They made so much room for themselves after that one engagement when they completely wipe IG. And Jarek somehow gets a solo kill on a Weaver, and all of a sudden they give up the Aegis, and I think that's 6 heroes straight now.
At this point, Anna's just got to push into high ground and hope he can force IG back somehow. But IG are going to take a tier 2. And they're going to back up.
I feel like that's the best part about playing Bloodseeker is when you get into those engagements, you can't really get out. Like, it's easy to say abandon ship, but Bloodseeker doesn't really allow you to do that.
Yeah.
He forces you into the hard commit into the fight.
Bloodseeker is like one of the best catch heroes in the game, right? In
Yeah.
that regard. And I feel like Dark Willow's the same. I feel like Vengeful Spirit is quite good at that. It feels like having catch is really important in this meta.
Yeah, just a hero that's like, well, you're not getting out, so if you're committed to a bad fight, you're stuck.
SRF wrapping around pretty deep here. He's going to be able to spot some heroes. They throw down a sentry. Jarek's trying to fly himself away. Does not have the Winter's Curse just yet. Bulbica swaps in Thompson in a bad position. He's now going to be ruptured underneath the Nimbus.
They are just dying now.
Everywhere they go, they are going to be able to catch a little bit more here. XXS actually now with the global silence and is going to turn, maybe even kill XXS. Now can he get out? He's actually going to go for Q. He just wants to try and fight everybody with beautiful Winter's Curse. Locked onto aggressive, controls 2 other heroes while Ana finally finishes up Q. He goes down. Now the stun laid out onto Seb, but aggressive pops BKB. He needs to find the real Phantom Lancer, but he's protected by the Cold Embrace. He's going to heal almost a full HP, and now aggressive has no thirst. He has no BKB either. A good stun comes out from Bulbaca, but he's just going to TP to save his own life, knowing that aggressive's dead, but he can't even do that. Dragon Knight managed to stop that one. Aggressive's run down by the Phantom Rush. Bulbaca's life is forfeit as well. That's 4 dead from IG. The team fight swings don't stop yet.
Oh, that was so well done by the support duo. Very nice global silence to pick up that kill on the Zeus. Nobody could do anything about that. Jerax with the Winter's Curse into the Cold Embrace onto the PL. Turns that fight around. Is Ana going to get gone on here, but should be able to kill the bugs instantly. SRF doesn't deal quite enough damage for him to really pursue here. Is Ana just going to get Cold Embrace? SRF going to give up on that. And IG with a pretty disastrous fight.
How in the world do the bugs not go away when you doppelganger?
I feel like that's actually pretty
That's so weird.
No, I like that.
I mean, I think it's good that it doesn't, but...
Hey, SRF.
SRF. Okay, he's got time-lapse. Setting Shukuchi's away. Meanwhile, Seb kind of being gone on by Q. They finally do manage to take away that Aegis, and Q, he's going to die here. Next to XXS, they do manage to get a lot of damage out. Ana managed to finish off the tombstone, but he knows he's dead. Hopefully the rest of his team can get out, but aggressive is super fast. No tail.
No tail, he's getting pinged out.
Hide in the trees. Okay, they laid a ward. He's found.
That's actually a pretty good attempt, though.
No hide and seek. Jerax, is he just going to go and like push in the side lane?
Yeah, he should. Both the lanes should be, when this happens and you're nowhere near your teammates, you just push in the side lanes immediately, which is why Thompson is at bottom, Jerax is at top. He's going to smoke himself.
Q's going to run into him. Jerax has a blink
here.
and a TP. So, well, actually, Nimbus,
nice.
He's got to be careful of that, and that's why he flew a direction before he TP'd. That's smart.
Jerax is making sure that IG don't really claim any objectives out of this. This is why the gold lead hasn't really swung too hard for IG after they pick up those 2 kills. By keeping the lanes in a good position, it makes it so that it's not as punishing for losing these heroes.
Right.
But IG, they've got to be more careful about this. Their Zeus still liable to die. He blinked really aggressively onto the PL, thinking that he was at very least savable. And you can start to kind of feel the tension spread from both teams.
Just a little bit of strongman syndrome sort of thing.
I think OG, they got really careless because they were getting kills kill after kill.
Yeah.
You start to gain momentum and you think to yourself like, oh, there's another free kill, and here's another free kill.
Yeah. Q is dead.
And that's definitely a free kill.
I hope that meant, you know, I always think to myself when I'm dying like this and I'm dying like, do I really want to get the tombstone on death? Because if you die in a team fight, it's great. But if you die, you know, when you get picked off or whatever, it's just a lot of extra gold for the enemy team. Aggressive pops, BKB. Seb is going to be ruptured. Immediately Cold Embrace. Underneath the Zeus, though, Nimbus Clown should be able to do some damage, but they don't want to focus on him. It's first, it's going to be No Tail. No Tail does die. Around their shrine, though, and still trying to finish up. SRF does manage to get the time lapse off. Seb is still alive. He's okay, but they already got the Luke on a blade on the Bolt, covering him down to half health. Zeus gets a little bit more damage, but Seb managed to draw the distance onto XXS, and Ana runs him down with a Phantom Rush. And now Aggressive, I'm not sure if he can take this fight alone next to SRF, who's still trying to pick up the supports, but Aggressive is going to be run down by the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer actually managed to get Blood Right silence, but still, they get a stun out from the Dragon Knight onto Aggressive. Once Hero goes down, SRF just can't possibly do the damage. Winter's Curse holds him in place. Bulbaca on the side here. They do have the buybacks coming in. The Undying's going to try and help him out, but SRF doesn't have the mana. He's already dead. Ana, it's just too big, and he still has full HP as well. Bulbaca, he's going to die to the illusions here. As IG, multiple buybacks, OG start retreating a little bit, but Ana thinks about it. He knows how strong he is. He can still keep on going. In fact, he's going to try and go and help out Jerax again. Aggressive. Good play by Jerax. Getting onto the high ground. Ana focus on Q. Like Ana, he's just going to keep on rampaging through all of these heroes. They don't have BKBs. They don't have the 808 damage to be able to deal with his illusions. He stays like the Centaur stun with the Blood Right. He kills the Centaur, but he finally dies. What the hell are the neutrals doing? They're playing for IG.
IG's like, we need a 6th hero. They recruit him into the guild. That's what it took. A bias Centaur. Everyone always talks about bias. Oh man, Jarex is crushing these fights, by the way. I'm only keeping eyes on him right now. The positioning, they keep going on him. The 2 cores, he just keeps baiting them further and further every single time. The Winner's Curse allowed it so that the PL would burn all the mana on the Weaver. That's what allowed them to get the initial kill in the first place. And the amount of times that he got Cold Embrace on himself and just baited them, that was like, I think 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
That matters.
He even starts the fight by cold embracing Seb when he's ruptured, and they just, what are you going to do?
His positioning in those fights is so clean.
Yeah.
This is how you play a game-changing support. Right now, OG, I feel like Seb and Thompson aren't having the best games, but Jarex with the Wyvern is absolutely doing work. The way that he's baiting himself in, what he's doing is he's dragging aggressive away, or what he's done it twice now. So one of the 2 cores, he drags them away from the rest of the fight. They get baited into thinking this is a quick kill. I should get this kill real quick on this Wyvern. He's pretty useful. He cold embraces himself. He resets the fight. Splinter Blast drags their attention again. Like if you are gonna watch a replay, you want to see how Wyvern is played effectively in a team fight. Watch this one. They're smoked up IG.
Jarex going to lead the charge here. Does have the Winter's Curse available. They're going to get the reveal with the Zeus to swap back onto Jarex. Jarex is going to throw the Winter's Curse on SRF. Meanwhile, on the low ground, they do have that low HP ball, but who may actually Anish is going to give up on. He sees more important heroes that are going to try and take down some of the Zeus. He's already dead. Aggressive's going to be up next. Aggressive trying to get the gun. The cold embrace again. It saves him, prevents Aggressive from being able to heal off that kill. Q's dead as well. They just clean up almost everybody. It's going to be SRF into the Yule Scepter. Finally, they do manage to kill the Dragon Knight. SRF managed to get through a Shikuchi to finish him off and gets away from everybody. They spot him for a moment. LSA almost lands. Thompson was so close to hitting that, but I think OG, for the most part, have given up on that kill. And we're really hoping that Roshan was up, but it's not actually up for another minute.
Still gonna be time. It's gonna work against them, but
you know what really strikes me out of your analysis of these players for these games for OG? Is that what does OG look like when all of their players are hitting their top performance? Because I feel like we're watching them winning when Seb,
one by one,
like Seb carries the game. And then this game, you're talking about how Jarex is doing so well, right?
I mean, Anna's playing well on the PL, don't get me wrong, but he is playing his hero the way it's meant to be played. Jarex is overplaying this Wyvern, which is why it's so impressive. Like you see his score is 3, 4, and 8, but you're not really seeing the impact unless you're just following his hero. And it's phenomenal. It's so hard to watch anybody else in these engagements.
It just really strikes me that OG is like going 1-1 with some of these top tier teams, and they're winning games off of like two people on their team performing really well. Like if this team actually gets into their full stride and all 5 of them are playing hot, this could be a dangerous team to look out for at TI.
Yeah, that's the hope, right? Is that all your players perform at the same time. I mean, I saw Thompson play pretty well on that Pug in the last game, and this game he's 2-8 and 9. Yeah. Like there's just something that's not quite clicking for this guy.
It was his Lina. It was a Lina problem with him before, right?
Yes.
The last series that we saw where he suffered a lot.
Maybe Lina's a debate hero. He's not. I'm not sure.
Goes to the Aghanim Scepter. What do you think that is?
Not sure. I think sometimes casters, we have a habit of overrating board positions. It's like, oh man, that board position casting is stun. He's so good. But in this game, no. The positioning in the fights is absurd.
Anna gonna try and chase down Q. Q is just having a rough life. He gets out of Tombstone. He does have the Tombstone on death as well, so at least he's gonna be a weapon, even the afterlife. The BKBs, multiple and blow. They're trying to catch Anna. He didn't manage to get into the high ground. He's still ruptured up, but the Cold Embrace goes down. The swap over, a little bit more damage on Anna. They're trying to keep him stunned, but the rest of the heroes are being controlled up too much. Thompson's already caught aggressive. Yule Scepter, a little bit more time, and maybe Thompson can finish him off. We'll go to play Dragon's Light a little bit more.
He's
One last shot, he's
the
finally
so
dead.
long.
He managed to get him towards the end. That's 2 cores dead from IG, and now he's caught our SRF as well. Managed to get the LSA, pop the time lapse. Shikuchi's away with that max movement speed, but OG, they now own the map. That's 2 heroes dead for over a minute.
The Weaver chase, again, he just chases the supports for so long. The cores need to stick together on the side of IG. This is what's hurting them so bad, is that everyone's playing independently of each other. You have to sort of just ignore Jarex. You have to focus Anna together, or
he's had so many free kills on Q, and this is just going to be one more, perhaps? Nope, he actually gets into the shrine. Really? Anna, calm down. He's trying to just found dive. He took so much damage. Look at him. He's at half HP. SRF sees the opportunity, got the swamp back. Fortunately, Illusions, Manta managed to tank on most of that. They managed to get the Cold Embrace as well. Bumping up opposite BKB, turns around to get the stun on the set to be able to get back into the shrine. They managed to get the big gonna accept the Laguna Blade to blow up Bubblegum, but SRF is still a threat, and he's gonna go for Jarex. This pesky support has caused so many problems, but he has Glimmer Cape as well as a Cold Embrace coming up, so SRF can't really kill him. They're gonna be able to take the mid lane. Brax turn around. Oh, that's a Winter's Curse into an LSA. SRF, he could just be dead here. He's gonna get burned out almost all of his mana. Whoopsie, said Thompson. SRF is down. IG have a Bloodseeker up in 3 seconds and a Zeus in 12, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be good enough. OG are looking to 2-0 IG.
That was an incredible team fight from OG. They kept it going for so long. They understood the strength of their lineup. It's just the ability to continue to go on. The high regen of the DK, the Cold Embrace, Anna's level 25 talent, the Doppelganger CD with the heart. If you can extend the fights, you will win the fights on the side of OG.
All right, well, apparently OG is not able to end this game. They respect IG enough, they're going to back up and just take Roshan instead of trying to finish up that throne.
Oh, man.
So IG will have a second life in this game.
When IG rewatches this replay,
yeah,
like when Bobica watches this replay, he's going to look at his cores, chase this Wyvern around for 3 fights in a row, and he's going to have no idea what to say. He's going to be in absolute disbelief. Oh, this is so cool to see. The
nice
Jarex
timing
and Anna
there for the
show.
Doppelganger.
I mean, I'm not talking about it nearly enough, but Anna is a beast in this game.
I mean, Anna, like, really understood his timing.
Yes.
He very much understood, like, it was like a switch went off, and he was like, I am now strong enough to keep running at heroes nonstop.
Yeah. He understood, too, that even when he got low, that the support was going to be there. So he overcommitted his hero. The Jarex and Anna show 6 more seasons.
That is going to be a Aegis, and he gave away the cheese.
I mean, I feel like IG should be better than this. They had the lead going into this game. XSS was doing so well. We talked about it, the laning phase goes well. Maybe they stand a chance in this game. And the laning phase went extremely well. Then they just made these plays where their team fight, it was just so sloppy.
Yeah. I mean, that first XXS death, where he died to Anna.
Yes, when he just blinked forward.
That was a killer. And he just hasn't had any progression in items since then. He's just died in every single one of these fights now because Anna can just run him down, especially once he got that level 20 talent, he got the Phantom Rush range. Every single time, XXS is just a target. They do manage to get the Rupture onto the real Phantom Lancer. They're going to try and lay out some magic damage. Seb immediately jumps forward for XXS. This is what I'm talking about. They go for that Zeus every single time, and now he's dead for 95 seconds. Anna almost gives up his Aegis here. Manages Doppelganger back to the tower. Thompson, that's a target. They can actually kill him, but he still has the cheese. They need to be able to get some chain stun. He Shadow Blades away. They don't have the counter detection. They're not going to be able to get him. SRF does manage to find No Tail. They get the kill on him. Finally, they find Thompson, but a great Winter's Curse laid down. It's not going to be enough to save the Lina. Jarex is just trying to buy more time. Aggressive, being chased down by Anna into the Shrine area. They managed to get a Yule Scepter out. A buyback's coming in. Can Aggressive get back? He managed to get a Soul Rep. A huge play coming out from Q. Managed to keep that core alive. Anna healed up once again by the Cold Embrace from Jerax. He's stunned by the Magic Missile. SRF is trying to get some damage, but Seb, he's already got a stun onto him. The Vengeful Spirit dies as well immediately with a buyback, and Anna just goes in deep for Aggressive. Can he kill him another time? He's trying so hard to be able to get Aggressive, but he just keeps on living off the regen. A Cold Embrace keeps Anna alive underneath the fountain. OG are playing putt-putt games in a game they maybe just shouldn't be taking. Anna is still somehow alive. He finally loses his first life. Aegis is coming back up, and SRF needs to get out of here. Time Loss coming up, but he's already dead. He does have a buyback, and they're just going to call it GG. They can't stand watching Anna stamp his dominance on this game by fountain diving them any longer. They're done.
20-7 is the score for Anna. Absolutely cleans house in this game. Very well done by OG, as the team fight was just so good from them. And IG, a very disappointing 2-0 loss. Both winnable games.
Yeah.
We should say.
I mean, look, we'll take a look at this graph. Like this was an IG win, right? You had, look at that. You had almost a 10K net worth lead by like 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Something like 7, 8K. Experience was around 10K. Like this is a game that you should have won. And IG just threw it away by playing too carelessly.
Yeah. I guess I feel I was harsh on them because it's disappointing.
Yes.
You're at a TI, you're playing for your lives. Right now, IG have how many wins? They're 4-9. It's likely that they're not going to get last just because of win streak. But if you're going to go into the main event, you want to play, you have to show something a little bit better than this. Your team fights have to be cleaner than this.
Yeah.
I feel like the laning phase means so much in Dota, and that's where they're so successful.
Yeah.
The team fights should come really easily when you're up 5-6K gold.
I mean, how many times are you going to get a Zeus that beats Alina so handedly in the mid lane? Right? Like, that's a unique thing. The next time you play this sort of game, you're not going to win the lanes as hard.
Yes.
And so you won't have any kind of forgiveness for these sloppy plays. So IG, disappointing that they lost this game too, as they really shouldn't have. But OG, I mean, strong comebacks. It just feels like
Bye.
their stock is just going up and up and up.
OG, you definitely want to buy stock in OG right now, as that's going to put them at 6-6.
Yeah.
After their horrendous 1-5 start. They are now 6-6. They had to go through the Titans of their group. Now they're in a very good position.
All right, guys. Well, that is just going to be the first series for Blitz and I. We got 2 more to go. We're going to take a break first, and we'll be back after a short.